everybody. This is one of the first of hopefully many live stream hangouts with the working on customs. I've been debating about doing this for a while, and I figured I got some customs that need to be finished up and probably start some other stuff. It'd be a fun way to hang out and work on stuff. Let's see. Do we have anybody watching? Okay. All right. Tonight we're going to finish up the BST Leonardo Ninja Turtle. I got all the paint work done. Didn't do go super complex with him. I just wanted to do like a better, cleaner finish on the paint job. I didn't really do any washes or any shading on him. I'm going to finish up my upgraded Age Apocalypse Jean Grey. I have a Black Widow I'm working on. Actually, two. This is actually a refresh of another custom. I'm going to try to, if I got time, I'm going to take some cleanups on the white areas. I did a head swap with this Invisible Woman, and I'll do do a little bit of cleanup with the seam lines between the white and the blue is a little sloppy. I'll try to clean that up a little bit. And talking about head swaps, Age Apocalypse Rogue. The original head is cross-eyed like crazy. Try to get the camera a little closer. And the original head is, sorry for the fuzziness of the camera. It's a little cheap webcam. I'm try to get a better one for doing this. The factory head is not as nice. Not very good. Well, the big thing is the paint. She is very cross-eyed. And in my fodder box, I had a Juggernaut Wave Rogue head. And I shaved off the headband. I'm going to do a swap with this head. I'll have to cut the groove out for the big bangs. But I think that should be a nice upgrade for that one. Okay, what should we do first? Let's go ahead and just finish up this Black Widow. All thing left to do on her is put the feet on. I want a metallic black and a glossy finish on this one, or like a cat suit. And to do that, I need to heat these feet up, or they're painted. Use a blow dryer. Let's see. We got. Pardon the noise. It's going to blow dryer. It's going to be a little loud, so hopefully, don't run everybody off. Should be enough. We got one. There we go. Pop right on. Popped right on. And this Black Widow is complete. This one is a mix between using the retro carded Black Widow. I use the retro carded to upper torso, lower torso. Then I use the Shriek arms and legs, and the head and accessories from the Target exclusive White Widow, the comic book version. And the previous version I did before, I used Miss Marvel legs to shape down to fit. Now we got these new Shriek legs. Don't have to do that. They match up pretty well. I like it. And I got one with a jacket, one without jacket. This one actually has a little more articulation in the arms. A little different look in the suit. I like that a lot. And what should we do next? Jean Grey? Yeah. Okay, we got the replacement torso on this one. I replaced the entire torso has been replaced. Could not stand how this one looked. This looked terrible. All the different figures, the female figures they had, this is their parts. And they make a new mold. And it's one of the worst looking sculpts for a torso, for a female torso they've ever made for Hasbro. It is actually atrocious. But did have to do some modifications for the coat piece. I had to trim a lot of it out because the weirdness of the way this is shaped. It's got these grooves here, the shoulders stick out. And so you can't just straight put this on here without any modifications. Also this is a Scarlet Witch from the Odin Bath Wave torso. I had my fodder box. It doesn't have a disc hinge neck. That's why I cut the neck off this one and grafted it onto the Scarlet Witch body. Now she has a disc hinge, which will allow a lot more range of movement for the head. Also, the shoulders had to be modified too. If you've been to the channel before, you've seen I like to use O-rings to fit heads, but it's got other uses too. I ended up putting 2 O-rings on each side of the shoulders to make them come out farther so the articulation works properly. Because when I first tried to do this, I didn't modify the shoulders, and these arms set in way too deep. And your arms would that's as far as they would go down. By glued in 2 O-rings stacked up on here, and I took some epoxy sculpt and filled in the gap around that. The arms stick out where they should be and allows for the arms to come down a lot better. Painting up the torso to match up paint job with this one. I don't know if we use this one. I initially did this. I didn't have snap ring pliers. So I used the skinny little legs that the donor body had, the lower torso. This is not the Scarlet Witch lower torso. This is from a Black Widow or something. Body uses that thinner body, like the Invisible Woman. Skinny little legs. And those have hard plastic hips, and you can't really get those off easily. But I found a good method about popping those off. If you heat this in hot water, get the glue a little soft, put these snap ring pliers in that groove, and you can pop those hip joints off, crack it like a nut. Doesn't work as cleanly every time, but it works pretty good most of the time. I wasn't really concerned about damaging them too well, too, because since I was going to use these legs, there was an issue if you use these legs straight out. They stuck out way too far. They were meant to work with this. Where is it at? Oh, this little torso here. and so the legs didn't sit in right. Another use for the O-rings. Dremeled out the legs where they go on deeper, but they were still shallow cut. It looked weird. So I did the same size O-ring I used for ball sockets for standard Marvel Legends. So we'll get the legs, modify the legs to look a lot better on the body. You got nice tight fit. Okay. One thing too I do with these female Marvel Legends, most of the time you get these hip sockets are loose. They rock a little bit. Let's see if we can find one like this. See how they wiggle? As if you put a little dab of glue around the base, makes it solid, and no more wiggle. And with modifying the hips where you sit in deeper, add the O-rings, fills in that gap really well. And one of the things too, like the artwork from the Age of Apocalypse Jean Grey, she wears a belt and she has like a leg strap. Well, why they didn't give it for the regular figure, so I took a silver sable from fodder I had from a silver sable when I upgraded to Jocasta. Gave her a new body. Took that belt, painted it up. And we're going to have to heat this torso up. We're going to pull out the blow dryer again. Let's see if we get this warm enough now to pop on the lower torso. There we go. She's on. Go ahead and get the leg strap on. Okay, we have one upgraded Age of Apocalypse Jean Grey. That looks so much better. And the factory figure. And what? use this longer torso and the factory legs. She is a tall figure. I think that head could use to come down a little bit. Seems a little high on that ball joint. Got a lot of lollipop. I'm going to drill out this head just a little bit. Trusty Dremel bit. I need to find another one of these. I got this one in a set many years ago, but it's perfect size. Matches up with the ball joints on Marvel Legends. And hate to lose it because without having a replacement for it. Knock on wood, it'll last longer. What I'm going to do too is get that plastic hot where you can push it in and the ball joint, it'll conform to the ball joint better. Okay. Now it looks like you have an adult Jean Grey and a teenage Jean Grey. Okay. On to the next item on the bill tonight. Okay, let's go ahead and just work on getting the turtle back together, Leonardo. For the finish on this turtle, after using the Tester's Auto Lacquer Sublime Green, that's a Chrysler cut color, I sealed it with a Duplicolor protective clear coat, automotive clear coat. It's got a harder finish than your Tester's top coat and stuff. So I always like to help protect from paint rub. If it's general wear and tear on the figure, you want to work your joints too. But this is a nice hard finish. I'll hit it with that and get the nice smooth satin finish that's on it for right now. After that, I hit it with the Mr. Hobby, Mr. Super Clear Matte. I need to get some semi-gloss too. If you want I use like a 3-stage finished. If I want like a factory style finish, I'll hit it with the gloss to seal it, the matte to flatten it out. Then I use a semi-gloss lacquer, which this is my last can of it. Model Master is no more. Rust-Oleum shut down Model Master. This was the magic ingredient if you want your figures look like whatever modifications you do. You want the factory finish. If you're not painting everything, this is a must. And I'm hoping the Tamiya semi-gloss will do the trick. I guess I'm going to order something here soon. Try it out. On the shell, I applied a black wash, then hit it with the sealers on it. And let's go ahead and start assembling our turtle. First thing, let's get the ninja mask on the neutral style smile head. Using a Loctite gel. Add the glue into the recessed areas where the pegs go for the mask. Okay. One mask installed. Already glued the mask on the gritted teeth head. Used a black wash. Fill in the lines for the smile. Same way on this one, I used a black wash around the edges. Then put some white and use a Gundam marker for the lines for the teeth. And sealed that. Okay, one more thing to glue. We're going to glue in, this is the ab section. Put the chest piece back on. Have a vise on my bench. I want to stick this in the vise while the glue sets up. We got one more item to glue when we get further along. One thing I did too with the heads, I took my Dremel, cut out some material. Oh, hey, Spider S, welcome to the stream. Yeah, that's a trick I've been using for a long time. With working on customs, you use that finish there. It will nice good hard coat, and that will seal your figures really well. And it's been a lifesaver on a lot of things, like hard finishes, especially the figures you got to articulate. But even if you work it, you're still going to have paint rub. But you got to be careful on certain. You can't apply it straight to that. Get my words right here. You can't apply it straight to the figure. Like if I sprayed that on this without any paint, no bueno. You'll get it won't, on the softer plastic, it won't dry properly. But where this was a full repaint, everything was painted, it'll set up properly. Like it's one little thing that you could actually do too. Like you can't use enamels on softer plastic. You can if you seal it with like a dull coat. Like if you get it hit with a dull coat or a primer, then you can actually use paints that normally don't work on softer plastic. Hey. Well, Spider S, would you like to come on the show and just talk a little shop with customizing? Just let me know, and I can drop the link in the chat. And join for a little bit of customizing fun. Then I'm going to go ahead and grab that link and do that. Okay. Just a second. Copy link. Post a comment. Delete. Invite. Copy clipboard. Paste. If anybody wants to come on and talk customs, I'm more than welcome. The link to the stream is in the chat. Okay, let's see. Back to work on the turtle. And let's get the arms in through the chest. Ready to go. I use the plastic cup to keep from getting my hand too hot. Okay. That is a leg, not an alarm. So you can see that. Yeah, no worries, Spider S. I understand when I first started doing this online stuff, I was nervous as all get out to the start. turned my camera on. I stared at when I did my very first review. I stared at the figure for what am I supposed to say? That's why I actually like doing the custom stuff a little more online because I enjoy it really well. I enjoy it a lot. It's easier to talk about stuff it comes more natural to you. And the waist piece, the ab crunch section, is a floating piece on these turtles. So it just slides over the top of the long ball joint. And you can just pop right in place. I like the uniform color on that a lot better. The plastic they use on these BTS figures seems off a little bit. It almost gives me like a oh, not quite a knockoff plastic, but it is a little different, softer, odder plastic. It's hard to describe. It's not as bad as feeling as a knockoff, but it kind of feels similar to it at the same time. See if these are warm enough. Hey there, Crack Cow Mafia. Welcome to the stream. Okay, that's the left. Not soft enough. Right, we got warmed up better. Okay, let's get a little more heat on the left one. Oh, thank you very much, Crack Cow Mafia. I don't have any really funny videos to share like a lot of people do with super chats. You were my very first one. Let's see what we got. Can we play something?
Before you get carried away, who their special tag team partner is, brother.
And we got...
Why did you make me do this?
Let's get this other leg warmed up. Oh. deal. We get that one on. I didn't really want to go too crazy overboard with the Leo when I was doing this one because I like the turtles, but I've never been a huge fan of the turtles. But these were like really cool, like pretty much 1/12 scale turtles. I think it'd be a good little addition to my shells. 1/12 scale like classic turtles when they're really small. So I just want to see what they look like with a decent paint job. Okay, well, we got 2 more runs to the blow dryer, then the turtle's done. You need to heat the feet up and heat up the socket, put the turtle shell on. It's on. That one's on. Let's heat up this socket. Or do I need to get it back in without heating? Yes, I did. Cool deal. Now we got to glue the belt on. And he is ready to rock and roll. Go around the waist. Glues into the shell. Make sure they're free and clear. Excellent. All we need to do now is drop a little bit of glue in there. Okay. Leo is pretty well done. We got the there it is. The snake would have bit me. Looking for the sheaths that plug into the back for his katana. And drill out that one side of the peg hole. Should have done that before, but it's all right. Can y'all hear me fine through the stream? Hopefully it's not too loud when I got the tools on too. And let's highlight Crack Cal Mafia. Sorry, I should have done it earlier. Still relatively new, running live streams. Okay. Okay, we got oh yeah, these definitely. These are very posable little figures. I was impressed with them. You can't really, when I was painting, I couldn't take the lower legs apart. They're made a lot like SH Figure Arts in the aspect they have rivets that hold the legs together. You can't really take those off without a lot of work. So, but it turned out real fine because I ended up just painting over a little extra green onto the blue joints. I got almost all four of these. I need Raft to finish out the set of these, and then I'll have a set of cartoon turtles. And we got Leo's head installed. Two sword grip hands. And my big old clumsy fingers just scratch something. Okay, touched up. Where did I put my? There it is. My Winter Newton brush cleaner. Great stuff. Let's see. Hulk Splash Customs. Do you have Firefox installed on your browser? It might work with a different browser. And I find most stuff will work with Firefox, even if it don't work for Chrome. Okay. We got one spiffy looking turtle. All done up. Knee pads just got to dry out a little bit where I hit it with my finger. Sharp fingernails. On the other turtles, I probably won't go as extensive with with this one full repaint. That one grip hand's really loose. I'll have to heat that up and squeeze it a little closer. But I think it turned out really well. Nice uniform color. And it's very close to the original color. It's just you don't see all the flaws of the plastic now. I like it. Let's see. We got cross-eyed rogue. Oh, one of the things to do with the y'all just turning in, finished up the Black Widow Custom 2.0. I use the retro carded torso and the Shriek arms and legs. I think it turned out really nice. The Shriek legs are pretty nice comparison to the Miss Marvel Moonstone legs that I used for this earlier custom. And for the hands, I painted all the Shriek's hands up. Nice metallic black. Okay, what to do next? We're going to do some washes tonight too. With this is I think pumpkin wrapper is what he's called. I'm not the biggest Mighty Morphin Power Ranger fan, and I like their character designs. Don't know a lot about them. I remember the show back in the day on Fox Kids, I think it was. And thank you very much. Oh, and welcome to the stream. Yeah. Side sculptor. And we're going to do some washes on a couple of different figures. At least try to get one done anyway. But first up, let's work on our rogue. We got the original Age of Apocalypse rogue head here. It is, pick it up on the camera. It is cross-eyed as all get out. It is terrible. In my fodder box, I had the Juggernaut Wave rogue head, shaved off the headband. Probably wouldn't have been too necessary to do that, since most of that forehead is going to be drilled into. We got to cover up the head like that. Okay. Get an idea where I need to cut into. So I'm gonna bit we need. And side sculptor, if you want to jump on and talk a little shop, the link should be in the chat if you scroll up. That's if you want to. I like talking customs with fellow customizers and sculptors. Oop, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, got our Dremel tool. I got on my laptop earlier, make sure everything was set up properly on the computer. And right when I was trying to log into the computer for the stream, you need to restart. No. That ain't happening right now. Just a second. I want to. Back to work. Switch to this cutting tool. Slowly cutting the material away. This you don't want to go too much too fast and mess your part up. So I only have one extra of these that I'm using for this. Oh, thank you for stopping by, Side Sculptor. Have a good night. I'll see you next time. Let's see. It's about there. Got the poofy hair piece. There we go. Let's put this on here. Got the hair piece. That looks much better. Before we do that, I glue those in place. I want to wash on this hair. Very plain Jane flat color. Well, for washes, that's the olive green. I use these pre-made washes from Testers. There's a black wash. The local Michaels had these on clearance for $2 a bottle. Normally they're $6.79. Bought them out. This stuff is great for doing. That's what this is. This is this wash on this figure, and it turned out great. And some of the simplest things you can do to your figures and look cool is apply a wash. For washes, I just use cheap old brushes. And I do a full coating of the part. Move these out of the way. paper towel. Wipe off the excess. Just be quick about it and don't rub too hard. You don't want to take all the wash off. You want to leave all in the recessed areas. Okay, that's set. Let's do it to the front piece too. Being a little more, putting a little more force on this one. I want more of the wash off on this piece. I don't want the wash to be so dark. Adds quite a bit of contrast to your parts. Okay. Okay, what we got going on next? Okay. Next project, let's clean up the seam lines between the white and blue, the transition lines between the white and blue on this woman. I need my old man spectacles for this. I got a fresh hobby blade in the knife. I'm just going to go in. Man, the white is sloppy on this figure. Take just a very tip of my blade and scrape off the areas that's bleeding over. Harden up and crisp up that line. I don't get why they use this torso for Invisible Woman. It's got two peg holes in it. It's the torso, upper torso on this figure, which has the neck piece. I understand why they use on this one. Why would you not just use either one with a single hole or no hole at all? Torso. It's weird. Looks a lot better. Now, this was perfect head for this Invisible Woman. This is the Walgreens exclusive head with the new version's hair. This hair looks like it's meant for this head. It's got recessed areas that match up for ear holes. that match up with the Walgreens head. That looks so much better than that ugly head that this figure came with. Instant upgrade on that one. Okay, what are we going to do next? Been thinking about doing a wash on the Fantastic Four wave, the Super Scroll Wave Ben Grimm. I have the Walgreens. This thing, the Walgreens one, is a beautiful figure. I do like the head sculpt on this one a lot. Hey, the men's room. What's happening? So, first step on this one, I'm going to take it apart. Okay. We need more part. I'll need to heat this one up with some hot water and get him apart. First, let's just go ahead and do the head. And before we do all that, let's just do the head and hands with a black wash. One hand. I have not done King Spinks yet. I'm going to do King Spinks here in a minute. I'm going to pull him out the box. I think I'm going to wait on doing the full Ben Grimm. I'm just going to do the hands and head for now. And do King Spinks. He is one that really could use a good wash, like the pumpkin wrapper. I love the detail just a simple wash can do on a lot of figures, especially one like this. Got all these sculpted lines, recessed areas. And this is one too I'm going to be a little more aggressive about wiping off because the recessed lines are so deep, you don't have to worry about too much. Without lopping off too much. Okay. A lot of people remove the highlights off the thing before they do the wash. But I don't see why you really need to. It'd be kind of extra step. You can keep the highlights you got on there. This makes it a little different. If you were wanting to use this head on the Walgreens bin grim, I would suggest take the highlights off. But this is going to be staying with that figure. I just wanted to do that. Now, on to King Sphinx. Put the lid on my paint. Cut this sucker open. Hey, Chris. Appreciate it a lot. Thank you for stopping by. And we are starting on King Sphinx right now. I want to just do a nice wash to the King Sphinx figure. He's got some little bit of shading to him. I thought this one could really benefit with a little extra detail showing through because it's got really nice textures on it. Let's see. Ball peg, much like Marvel Legends, that he'll take apart just like Marvel Legends too. Let's get some hot water going and take him apart. For hot water, I use this little crock pot, little pottery bowl. I heat this up about 3 minutes. Then after it gets through heating up, I'll drop the figures in. And while that is heating up, let's take a look at the Kane and the Undertaker. During the review, I noticed the Undertaker's ankles were locked, frozen. I see that a lot with WWE figures. Kane's hips were a similar situation. Now they're fine. This was solved with heat and synthetic lubricant. The synthetic lubricant meant for like a RC gears, plastic gears. I put a drop of that in each, after heating it up, put a drop of that in each hip socket, and they moved just fine. Undertaker and Kane look like they have the same boots. And Kane's move freely. I'm going to do the Undertaker's now. While my hot water's heating up. Hey, KC. Tonight I've been working on Black Widow. Got my Leonardo back together. And finished up my Age Apocalypse upgrade at Jean Grey. Working on a replacement head for the Age Apocalypse Rogue. Start doing a wash to the Super Scroll Wave thing. Stopping at the hands and head right now. I'm going to do a King Sphinx for my Morphin Power Rangers. Do a wash on it. I got some hot water heating up right now. And right now, and while the water's heating up, I'm heating up the feet on Undertaker to fix these seized hinge joints. Oh, if you want to come on the stream and talk some customizing shop, you're more welcome. The link should be in the chat. I'll actually put it in the chat again. Hot water just went off. Done King Sphinx. See if that's enough to get is enough to get the feet off the hinges, but not enough to move the hinges yet. There it goes. Those are stiff. I felt that one just break free when I moved it. There's no paint on these hinges. It's kind of weird. So I'm going to do a couple drops of this stuff. Flip off the excess. And a couple more another drop on this side. This is great to do with too. If a NECA has an issue with a lot of frozen or stuck joints with paint, it's great to do a little bit. Take a few minutes with blow dryer and a little bit of that synthetic lubricant to take care of that. I remember some of the big toy channels. They kind of almost call them drama toy channels. They're making a big deal that you got to take 5 minutes out of your time to work your joints so you don't break them. Oh, you mentioned Ultraverse Customs. After I get working on a few other items, I'm going to start piecing together what I need for my next Ultraverse Custom. I think I'm going to do Electrocute from the Strangers. And should have enough parts to make one of those. And these move nice and free now. He never had issues with the hips like Kane did. I thought it was like hilarious. Like some of these people are acting like it was the most ridiculous thing in the world. You got to work the joints on a figure before you articulate it. It's not that difficult. Take a blow dryer, heat it up. Does the trick most of the time. You want to go a little extra step? Get you some synthetic lubricant for like plastic gears for RC vehicles. It's not hard. I think they just like to do that for drama clicks. Got a guest. He's been trying to connect for a while, and right now it's saying his device is not connected. It needs to connect his. Need to give permission to his camera and microphone, or it won't let me add them to the stream. Okay. Let me type that to him right quick. Oh. Okay, let's take on Sphinx. Okay, we got his feet and ankles are two different pieces. Interesting. I'm going to do a full disassembly as much as I can for the pin. Okay. Oh, that one came off just fine. A little too easy. Kind of need to put a lip on the edge of my table so I quit dropping things on the floor. Let's see, we need some more heat. One shin down, ankle, foot. Got the wing, the head. The hair's been all dry. That looks so much better with a little bit of wash to it. Just flat, solid color. And to wash the bin grin. Sorry for the resolution of this camera. It's just a little cheap camera I got from Amazon. Eventually I need to upgrade to a better, like a Logitech or something like HD. Whew. Hot, hot, hot. Oop. What do we got here? Add to the stream. Can you hear me now? Hey, Hulk Smash Customs. Welcome online. Trying to get these hips undone. Drop these back in the water. Get this off. Okay. We'll end up going to 11 o'clock. Boom, boom. Hey, welcome to the stream. Can you hear me? All right. About got all the parts took apart for King Spinks. Hot, hot. Okay. Peeing out, peeing out. Okay. Arm. Last sip. And arm. I think 11 o'clock would be a good stopping point. What do you guys think? I can go on if we need to. I love doing this stuff. This is my hobby to relax and chill. Good for stress relief. Okay, when you get the hips, water. Can you hear me, Hulk Smash?
I hear you.
There you are. Welcome to the stream.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate you stopping by.
Oh, always fun to watch.
Let's see. You got the doing the Mighty Morphin's Power Rangers Spinks. I don't remember what series it is.
My buddy just picked me up one of those on clearance at Winners.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Sculpt wise, these things are really nice. They just need a little extra detail.
You know what I was thinking about using it for? Griffin.
Oh, that would be awesome. That would be. The hieroglyphics on the chest are sculpted into the chest, but you could actually dremel those down and smooth over top of them.
Yeah, but it's a nice piece to leave as is, though. Just a nice little touch up, like what you're doing.
Oh yeah. The body's got a lot of texture on it. If you try to send this down, you got to work on trying to replicate that texture.
Yeah. No, a nice wash is gonna.
Do what now?
Said a nice wash is gonna make that all pop.
Oh, absolutely. All this texture is like I did with the pumpkin wrapper.
Yeah, that looks amazing.
And he was super plain Jane and bright when I got it, and like all that texture is like, man, this thing look killer for wash.
He was gonna grab me one of those too. I just told him to grab me the King Sphinx.
How much you get it for?
They're $19.99 on clearance.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah, and, well, considering the Canadian price.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's like that's Canadian dollars, so.
Yeah. And they had They had some of the Ursa Major Wave for like $10.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, and I already have them all. So.
I was tempted to get an extra. What's her name? Dark Star. What's the girl's name? It's filling my memory right now. And rid of street parts.
You know what? She's been seen at some of the winners. I can ask a few of my buddies. They always go hunting. I can ask them if they see one. They'll pick one up.
Oh,
like $10 Canadian, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I'll put the word out, see if somebody can find it for me.
Nice, thank you.
No worries.
I'm getting close to like having enough parts to build a second Ursa.
I was thinking about it, but then I was like, nah. Because they don't have the full wave. Like they've got like some winners will have some of them, and it's like they split it up, eh?
Yeah,
So like if you want to commit to the whole thing, then you're gonna end up, having to go hunting, right? So
with gas prices right now, hunting is not a fun task.
yeah, tell me about it. End up getting one of those little e-bikes just to go hunting.
Well, that worked. Because around here, I call when I see people riding like little mopeds and stuff like that, I call
Hmm.
those drunk scooters. If they can still drive those when they lose their license, you don't need a driver's license under a certain CC. You can drive them on the road.
Yeah.
You've got a license. Okay, we got him all taken apart. I put the wash on the H. Puckless Rogue hair, and that looks so much better.
Oh yeah, I know.
I had to
Even on the white.
yeah, I actually did the white too,
Yeah, that's right when I too did. And you were doing that.
and I had the Juggernaut head in my fodder box from an old custom I did. A lot of people will cringe like, you use an expensive figure for a custom. That's when I got her on clearance back in the day. She was
Yeah.
cheap at one time. You could buy her. I wish I bought a bunch of them when they were on clearance.
Yeah, especially with the body, right?
Yeah, you got the better Moonstone body on that one. They don't use Moonstone body too often. I still don't get why they didn't use the Moonstone body for the binary. Every version of Carol Danvers, comic book Carol Danvers, has been on the Moonstone body,
Yeah, I
except for
know
that.
it's weird.
I'm gonna do it.
I
Wash.
can't remember the
Yeah.
was that newer black cat that well, it's the
Oh,
retro one. Did it come on the Moonstone body? It's the same body, right, as the original?
let's see. Pull up. It's that one.
Yeah.
The She only uses the Moonstone torso, upper torso. She uses the other black cat's body the rest of the way. I don't know why they just use the Moonstone upper torso when they had a better torso it does the same thing, but you did the rest of it's all black cat. It's got all you can recognize it's the black cat. It's almost the Moonstone body, but it's got extra wrinkles, like cloth wrinkles molded into it.
Yeah.
Like they started with the same digital sculpt and modified it.
Hmm.
Okay, we got. Yeah, I stocked up on. Michael's had these washes for $2 a piece on clearance. I was like, I'll take them all. And they got different color washes too. You got they call it a teak wash, but it's like an orange wash, a yellow
Might as
wash.
well stock up.
Yeah, the olive green wash works great on Hulks. And you got like a reddish pink wash, and I bought every bottle of the black wash they had. I was like,
Oh yeah, for sure.
it is just like the magic elixir to bring detail out.
That saves you from mixing it yourself, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's like straight up. It's not. It's more like a grayish brown wash, but actually it works great. You can see
Yeah.
that it's not so harsh. When you use a full on black wash, it is very harsh.
Yeah, no, unless you make it really watery, right? But
Yeah, that's the same wash I used on this widow's jacket.
hmm
I painted it with leather brown, then applied that wash. Then I dry brushed a little bit more leather brown over top of that. Makes a gorgeous leather color.
yeah, that looks great.
And if I've switched to this for my dull coats. the Mr. Hobby, Mr. Super Clear matte.
Mhm.
This thing is like magic. It's beautiful finish.
Yeah, a lot of people went for the testers all the time, right? So
I've run into testers that they're went with the. I've had some of them go bad. And
really,
run basically about running a paint job. I've had it running paint jobs before. They because they sit in the store so long, the paint went bad.
oh wow.
Of course, it's my luck, no bad luck, no luck at all sometimes. Alrighty, let's start on the wings. You with everybody watching, you don't have to do a full breakdown when you do a wash. I'm just doing it because I want full coverage. You can get full coverage with it, similar and a lot of stuff, but uh, it's easy enough to take apart. Where there's hot water and a blow dryer, there's a way. When it comes to this kind of washes too, I'm just slop it on, just full coverage. Let's see. Thoughts on the new Moon Knight show? You got you've watched it so far. I haven't. What do you think about it?
Uh, I liked it.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was really good.
Looks like they're doing two Marvel Legends too. One is in full costume, superhero costume. One in the white suit.
Yeah, you know what? I'm looking forward to both of them, but the design on the actual superheroes costume, that just looks amazing.
It is very nicely well detailed.
You know
Hopefully,
what?
it turns out. Hopefully, it turn out as nice as the renders.
Well, you know what? A little bit of that wash right there will make it even pop even better.
Oh yeah. Well, a white figure like that too. What I like to do washes, do after the wash, do like a dry brush white over top of it,
Yeah.
make the whites really pop. Yeah. I didn't take many pictures at the time. I didn't have a good phone. And that was when I wasn't doing very many customs when I first bought this house,
Hmm.
and I was doing it for a friend of mine, and made a Mr. Knight. What they call Mr. Knight when he's in the suit,
Yeah.
and it turned out really nice. That's what I did with it too. I did the wash, and I dry brushed white over top of that. I used a mix of before they had the bigger suit bodies, so I had like he supplied all the fodder for it. He got the chameleon body, and he got one of those jigsaw figures from
Yeah.
back in the day. And I used the lower legs from the jigsaw to make it as tall as the regular Legends, like a bucket cap.
I picked up a an arcade figure today. Actually, I bought it on Amazon. They're on sale for $20.
Oh, nice.
So you know that can also be a custom if you wanted to make that. But now that they're releasing it, might
Yeah,
as well just wait.
it's a good suit body too. You almost do like a President Lex Luthor out of it too.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you just got to get rid of those shoes.
The clown shoes, yeah. And there we go. The contrast between the wings.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Once it's dry, it's a really nice finish too. It's really stark while it's wet, and it dries. It gets real subtle and blends in real well.
You know what though? I like the fact that the white looks a little grayish now because it kind of suits the character.
Yeah, I think so too. This one I'm not going to do any dry brushing on. It's just straight up wash.
Yeah, I think it'll look better. Give it like a stony look. You know what I mean?
Yep, almost like a gargoyle look.
Yeah.
And for when I apply these washes too, I use just cheap old brushes that's wore out. So I don't want
Mm-hmm.
to just slop it on. I got another one of King's Pinks is somewhere I got it for fodder. I was thinking about using the shoulder pads for another custom.
Mm-hmm.
I found them. I got them on Target in the next town over. Or I guess what they could consider a city. I did a little bit of hunting yesterday. I went to a local Comic Con and I picked up the Mattel Rebirth Wally West. Got him loose.
Oh,
Got him loose for $10. He's missing his extra hands, but that's okay to me. But and he didn't have his silver lightning bolt effects, but $10. That's not bad.
not bad at all.
In the box, he's going for like 50, 60 right now, I think.
Mm-hmm. I've never seen that figure here, so
I never saw it in the stores at all. I saw it online. Um, the Build-A-Figure was weird. It's just Ninja Batman. It's like, what do I need a Ninja Batman for? Is it Batman or Samurai Batman? That wave would have sold like hotcakes if they did Mammoth. The Mammoth they showed at the con, like the last toy fair for Mattel.
oh yeah, you showed me a picture of that.
I hate that we didn't get that Mammoth. That thing looked great. Using
Oh,
the
another character. I'm surprised they never made a Build-A-Figure of is the Blockbuster there.
yeah, DC had a lot of big guys they never did bake. Mattel made some weird decisions when they had the property.
Oh, I know. And now we can't really depend on Todd.
His scale was all over the place.
Yeah.
He had
Jeez.
the Grodd. Same guy. I got this from a friend of mine. He set us up at the conventions. He had the Grodd loose, and it's small.
It is, especially if it's supposed to go with his 7-inch line.
Yeah, it looks like it'd be small for a Marvel Legends.
Yeah, no way. Like, I mean, like, I can't understand. I can't wrap my head around what he thinks about when he does these things.
And all his new figures too, like they're coming with like the eyes looking to the side.
Yeah,
They all got side eye paint. It's like I don't want to repaint everybody's eyes.
I just if I can go without painting eyes again, I will. But
Yeah,
it's one of the
I'm
worst things to do.
I'm fairly decent painting them, but I don't. It's not something I want to do if I don't have to.
Yeah, exactly. Not with every single figure.
Yeah, you have to go back and repaint all the irises and pupils and all the eyes on Todd's figures if you want them looking straight ahead. Wing down. And
You notice how when we were talking about, Todd's decision to go with the 7-inch scale, and we were like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to collect another line now. Like, I would want
yeah,
them to scale with my legends, right? So it's like, uh,
those scale of
you know,
Legends or the previous holder of the line, the DC
yeah,
Universe, Classics was, or DC Multiverse or whatever you want to call it back then.
yeah.
They scale perfectly with Legends.
The thing is, we saw a silver lining when we thought about the bigger characters. You know what I mean? It's like, okay,
Oh
so when
yeah,
he does bigger characters, yeah, it'll look good with legends and whatnot. But he ends up screwing that up too. I don't get it. Like,
I don't either. Like he'll make them either too small or way big.
I wanted to get that what's his name, Swamp Thing, but like, I'm watching some reviews and I'm thinking that thing, it's not going to fit in with anything at all.
I
Like, I
saw
mean,
one in the store locally here. I passed on it. It's just ginormous.
I know, like that's what I'm saying. Where are you going to put that in your collection? It just doesn't fit, right?
I, It's bigger than the Mattel one, which I thought was oversized. The SDC one with the rubber body.
Yeah,
I thought that one was just way too big. And this one makes that one look small.
I know that thing's. I just it's huge. It's like
And the sculpt is beautiful, and I don't know how well it articulates, but beautiful sculpt. It's just ginormous. That's why I ended up selling my pit. Build a figure.
yeah.
He didn't scale with anything.
I know that's another decision I never understood too. Is like, why wouldn't you just make him Hulk size like he was supposed to be, right? Like,
Yeah. It was a beautifully sculpted figure too, but just too big. It's not. It was clearly like an 8-inch scale figure, or I don't think it was. I think it was too big to scale fit 7-inch scale figures. It was one of those ones that's just giant.
it was like an icon size figure.
Then you got they had I wish that they could have continued with Legendary Comic Book Heroes though. The prototypes they showed of figures coming up was like, man, I want those so bad. The Vanguard,
Yeah,
the Ice Troll.
that was the next build a figure, right?
Yeah, I always liked Vanguard in the comics when I was younger too, and he's the alien with the and blue outfit and like the gray skin. I got the antennas, like grayish white skin.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool looking character, and the prototype looked fantastic. And it's like looked like it was going to be one of their best figures, and well, we didn't get it. They were going to do another Conan too.
Yeah, I think the only thing with that, the Conan was nice, detail was nice, and everything was just too small.
Yeah, it sculpt wise, it's one of the best looking Conan to date for that style Conan, for like comic book style Conan. Trying to make sure I stay on frame here. I gotta have it. I'll paint next to my chest.
Oh yeah,
I hold it steady and paint like this. That's I don't know if it's just habit or being well, steady my hands and been my eyes getting worse every year. Oh, I forgot to get the back on the side. Yes, I did do that one. Yeah, this is more like a brownish gray wash, but it does fantastic work on these things. Adds more like natural shading to stuff. I know some a wash is something you can way overdo.
yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying with black. It's like it can look too much, right?
Yeah.
Like shade, if you think of it, shade should look gray. You know, like
yeah. The only time a true black wash you really need if you like the Dark Heart I did. I airbrushed like purple highlights on it.
yeah.
So I did a black wash over top of the highlights. Tone it down a little bit to add more shading. The brown wash I did the brown wash first. This wash here, like it looks brown on that solid black figure. It's like now I gotta mix it. I had to custom mix some true black wash.
Yeah.
Get the tail. Yeah, one of the things too I was talking about earlier, I don't know if you heard, was some of these bigger toy channels, they were like, I call them like drama toy channels. They always complain about something other. Well, they shouldn't do this. They're a big toy company. It's like, yeah, they're making toys. The adult collector market's still relatively new. at the main focus. And even if they're adult collectibles too, I get my stuff. I pose it every now and then, put it on the shelf, and change my setups. I'm not playing with them.
Yeah.
And people were like, for a while, it was a big kick. Everybody wanted the dog pile on NECA toys that they're being the fragility. It's like, well, they're not toys. They're basically figurines that have articulation.
Yeah.
And they were complaining because they had to take 5 minutes. They thought taking 5 minutes out of your time to heat up your joints and add a little bit of, like, I use this like for like RC gears, plastic gears,
Yeah.
or staple plastic, and just work the joints, and they're fine. You never have to worry about it again. Well, that's ridiculous. I had one of them that I just mentioned. Just take 5 minutes with a little bit of heat and synthetic lube. That's just a ridiculous thing you got to do when you buy these. It's like, that's what your opinion is. I don't know if you should be collecting toys, dude.
How much are you going to use? I understand some people like posing and taking pictures and whatnot, but I mean, are you actually playing with them? Like,
yeah, it's like when people, adult reviewers talk about play factor. It's like, huh? What?
Yeah.
Oh, like the Mattel, the cane. I missed it when I did the review. His hips were stuck. I forgot to do the kick forward in the articulation part.
Mm-hmm.
After the review, I noticed it was stuck. Took a blow dryer, just heat them up, and put a couple drops of that lube in there.
That works out.
It's just fine. Same way with earlier on the stream, I did the Undertaker's boots.
Yeah, they were stuck, right?
Yeah, they were stuck solid. This one actually, you can hear when I broke it loose, you could hear the pop. Like it just goes. These pinch joints, people didn't realize too. One of the things you got to run into that can happen because they're when the molding process, the joints are a hard plastic that they mold the softer plastic around.
Exactly.
And if you have issues with pinless joints, it could be an issue, or it could be just a simple fix like that one. That one was pretty simple, just a little heat and it popped loose. I think I mentioned in the videos, like when your joints are stuck, don't force them. Take a little time, heat them up. It ain't gonna hurt you to wait a few minutes before you start posing your figure. And let's go ahead and do the torso. Oh, we're at 11 o'clock here. Oh, I don't just finish them in a heartbeat. My customs usually take a little while. I like to take my time, and he was mentioning that the finishing customs like it's nothing. It takes me all day. I'll put it up on the screen here. Don't feel bad. It takes you a while to do customs. I take my time. A lot of this stuff was already at the point to be finished points. I figured it'd be good for first customizing stream to do a little more easier, chill thing to do. Then I also have to take a Sphinx completely apart. It's like at last Prime, heck, I got an entire series of videos of working on it. That's why when you commission a custom, and they can cost quite a bit. I don't do commissions, but I understand completely why people charge a lot for customs. It takes a lot to make these.
Well, can you imagine somebody asking? I'm pretty sure you got a lot of people asking about Prime. Like, look at the amount of work you put into that.
Yeah, it's. You look at the figure; it looks like I bought it somewhere.
Exactly.
And that's not my words. That's what somebody else thought. It's like mention like how my customs look like they were purchased that way, not just that
Well,
is my end goal. I want it to look like, okay, where'd you get this?
yeah. Anybody with eyes would think that, really, if you think, you know what I mean. But
Yeah.
I, 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 I got the privilege of seeing all the work in progress, so it's like, wow. Like, a lot of people don't understand that.
I need a make a placement for my blue and red one, the final form.
Hmm.
I never would have dreamed I sold that, but fellow Prime fan, he just made me an offer I could not refuse.
Yeah.
I was like, we made a few offers. It's like, nah, I like Prime too much, and it's a lot of work put into it to make another one. He came back and a couple times. It's like, then it's finally like, I think I can get the parts to make another one.
Yeah. The price was right.
Yeah, and he was super happy with it too. And he still posts pictures of it, and I miss it when I see the pictures.
You can get another one.
Yeah, I made the molds of all the modified heads, so I got good molds of those. So replicating the parts, and I made molds of the gauntlets. The big sculpting part will be the chest armor and the boots. Which the boots I can actually use some of the gauntlet molds parts of those to help sculpt the boots.
Yeah.
Cut them down and use the top for the flare instead of having to make the flares out of styrene and epoxy. Styrene, glue, baking soda, and epoxy.
Tricks of the trade, eh?
Yes, sir. I learned the baking soda thing from watching channels that restore and customize Hot Wheels. You use
Oh,
the super the super glue and baking soda.
yeah.
If you don't have like any kind of fillers that you can use, um, buying that's a super easy thing. When the baking soda hits the glue too, it almost works like an insta set.
Hmm.
And it's a binder filler. You're almost like making like a makeshift epoxy when you're doing it.
It's a cool trick, though.
Mm-hmm. Like one of the big Hot Wheels restoration channels, customizing channels, is a Diecast Resurrection. He's Canadian.
Hmm.
I like his channel. He stepped away for about a year and he came back and he's crossed the 100,000 subscriber mark.
Oh, wow.
I thought about doing Hot Wheels stuff, and my mitts are too big.
Yeah.
As I started working on, I was like, yeah, I'm too big. I'll break this stuff. Broke the tap. I was drilling out like one of them. I start tapping the screw hole for it. It's like, yep, broke the tap. too big, strong.
Yeah,
For
we know our limits.
hardened steel, you can't drill it out either.
Yeah.
Once you break the tap, you destroyed the chassis, the body. The belt that comes on Shriek, you could use for like an X23 or classic look.
Yeah, it is a nice looking belt.
So it's very Black Widow-ish, and that's one that the same style that the X23 used to wear too.
Yeah. I'm keeping I still don't have a Shriek. I'm keeping my eyes open, though, checking Amazon once in a while. It's dropped a little bit in price, but if I can find it for cheaper, I'm probably going to order a good few of them just to have.
Yeah, it is such a. The only issue is with working with the pinless joints, you just can't really do the joint prep, or if you don't mind the darker joints. Where I did the Black Widow, I was able to do I use the Black Widow torso and stuff, and looks great. The legs are about the same thickness as the Moonstone legs. They're a little thinner, but they look
Yeah.
close. Because
That's still what's better. Yeah.
I still had to taper down. One of the things too, I was going to make these look smaller too. I tapered them down to fit the hips on that body there.
Yeah, it should definitely come in handy to have a few
Mm-hmm.
of those around. Like, I mean, think about it. Like, they kept on making excuses about bicep swivels and double jointed elbows. Come on, like, you can do it. Like, what's the excuse?
Well, even Shartimus Prime called him out on not doing double jointed elbows and biceps when DC Icons was doing it. That Harley Quinn, that is still the best Harley Quinn figure for 112 collection.
Yeah, like, I mean, a lot of people think, it's a little bit. No, I think that the size is perfect too.
That's what I mainly bought out of DC Icons was the female figures. Because they always make the female figures a lot of times too tall, too big.
Yeah.
I hate to break it to you, but in general, people, most time women are shorter than guys.
Well, yeah, you know what I mean? It's like
they are tall women, yes, they are, but that's not the rule. That's the exception.
Yeah, well, like I said, as soon as that Harley came out, I bought it right away. I'm like, yep, that's
I
gonna
kind of
be
wish I bought more than one. She's that nice.
I mean, actually, that's the only DC Icon figure I own.
I got the Crime Syndicate female version of the Atom. Atomica? Yeah, that's it. Atomica. She was what was cool. What sucks about the canceled DC Icons? She came with two smaller figures of the Atom. It was Cho and Ray, two different sizes. So they were going to release all the different Atoms with different sizes of each one, so you can have them growing. But but they stopped at her, so we never got Cho as the. I think it was Cho was the one that got killed. The second Atom, and Ray Palmer. But if they kept on going, they would release them at the regular size and have smaller versions of her but the other different size variations. So you end up with 3 versions of each one if they kept going. And the ones coming out that canceled looked amazing too. The Etrigan, the Demon. They were going to do Jim Valent, Catwoman. The 90s Jim Valent Catwoman.
Yeah.
I was like, oh. And they were going to do a Booster and Gold set. Blue Beetle and Booster Gold set.
That would have been cool.
They were getting better. The farther the line went, the first I totally agree. The first waves of those, anybody didn't like those. They weren't great, but they were getting better. Well, they didn't understand too, because most of the collecting community, when we talk about Marvel Legends and stuff, we call it a 1/12 scale line. It's not.
No,
they're bigger. They're like a 6.5 inch scale, not 6-inch scale. So when they made the DC Icons a true 1/12 scale, in general, they were too small.
Yeah, well, you compare them to Legends, right?
Yeah, because Legends are like the 1.5 inch scale. I mean 6.5 inch scale instead of the true 6-inch scale.
Well, if you look at the Star Wars Black, it's a true 6-inch scale.
Yeah, and
there's
the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the Power Rangers line. They're the Lightning Collection. They are a true 6-inch scale too. They're short.
Well, yeah, I've also heard people saying that the articulated icons are the ninjas are too small for 1/12 to go with Legends. I'm like, well, that's because Legends aren't 1/12. You know what I mean? They're slightly bigger, right?
And I don't know what they're complaining about too with the articulated icons. They're ninjas. Doesn't that mean they're like Asian?
Yeah,
They work
and
fine.
then yeah. Now another thing with ninjas is you can have them in all kinds of poses, right? So like, I mean, you can fudge it in no matter what,
Oh
really.
yeah. Will they work as Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes? No, they're too small for those two characters.
Yeah,
But for regular hand ninjas, they work just great.
yeah. Like, I mean, I don't think every ninja that's ever existed is the same size, right? Like, I mean, so
Yeah.
some you can make some of them crouch, some of them standing, some of them jumping, whatever.
Well, humans don't come in the same size, so
That's what I mean.
yeah. The get this wash all over my fingers. I'll wash up after that. But
You're gonna make the detail pop in your fingers there.
the what was it? The Hasbro Hand Ninja, that newest one that came out.
Yeah,
It's taller than the bucket cap. I never got it because I was able to get the legs separate loose. Cause never saw those hit the store around here. I saw the other figures in the wave. They did hit the store. Or they got snatched up fast. Have you either picked up Snake Eyes and Timber? Yeah. Oh yeah, I got Snake Eyes and Timber. That's a great set. I like it better than the first one because he's bigger. He's he looks better in scale with the rest of the JoJo classified figures. That first wave, I was really off put when I first got Snake Eyes because he looked like he was true 112 scale.
yeah.
And then I like the Commando one. That's good. Have you guys heard of Instamorph? Reusable plastic you can mold and it's sticky like sticky clay or so. I have not.
Me neither.
I use blue stuff to make like press molds, but that's something different. That stuff's pretty cool. You just boil this stuff up, and it gets soft and malleable. You can press stuff into it to make quick molds.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So when I made the Dragonheart character for my friend Kevin and his comic book he's doing, I was able to keep from having to make all the armor pieces over and over again or some mirrored side. I made press molds that way. I made the knee pads and different stuff. Made replicate them exactly with the press molds. Sculpt them one time, and
Yeah, that custom was a lot of work too.
yeah, the scale mail. That's one of the things that was intimidating on that one. The character's scale mail actually hangs down like on a cloth piece off that armor and the artwork. I had no way of replicating that with not having a 3D printer. uh, I've had some friends ask me, like, why don't you get a 3D printer? Then I got to relearn how to model and
Yeah.
be precise with my measurements and everything when I make stuff. And it's a lot of work. You can't just say get a 3D printer and start turning stuff out. Those guys put a lot of work into that.
Well, yeah. You seen? I noticed you saw my one buddy. He's local around here too. Like, I've met up with him a few times for
Yeah.
trades and whatnot. He's making that ranker.
Oh yeah, Quinton.
Yeah, you saw that. He started 3D. He just bought a 3D printer, and he did those hands.
Yeah,
Uh,
that thing is looking great.
yeah, he
Uh,
used a Kong, one of those basic King
mhm.
Kong figures,
Yes, sir.
and yeah, he got somebody else did a 3D print of the head, but now he just hooked up his printer like last week or whatnot. He bought himself a 3D printer, and
Yeah,
he did those hands. And man, there's a lot of work he's got to put into that thing, but it's looking good.
I've been following the progress on that. Small world type thing in our customizing world is like he's a friend of mine on Instagram, and we message it back and forth every now and then. I was like, I still like to get somebody like to do a primeval head for me. That's one of the
Yeah.
ones that's kind of intimidating. I was able to pull off sludge pretty good. But I didn't do like the yelling head like I kind of like to had, but maybe later on if I can get somebody to do the primeval, they can do me like a yelling sludge head too.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but the primeval one, it's like yeah, I need somebody to help me with that one because it's got those like energy effects coming off of it, and there's no way like to really model that really nicely the way I want it. I almost like would like to have that printed like a translucent resin
Yeah, that would look pretty cool.
and hit it with like a translucent yellow or something with the for it to glow.
So you were saying, my buddy there with the ranker, you guys are you know him on Instagram?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. I didn't even realize that.
you gotta get on Instagram with us.
Yeah, I think one social media platform is enough for me. Hard
Hey,
keeping up.
let's see. We got checking out my Instagram. I was like, don't have my glasses on. I'm sitting there like, can I read this? When I'm working close up, I can't wear my glasses. The Quintesson Syndicate. That's what he goes by with on Instagram.
Yeah, that's Jeremy. Shout out to Jeremy.
Yes, sir. And if you guys get a chance, go check out the Quintesson Syndicate on Instagram. If anybody haven't seen it, he does some killer stuff. He did that the battle droids from Transformers when they made the Aerial Bots episode.
Yeah, he just 3D printed that thing.
That thing looks awesome. And we got somebody wanting a quick question. Somebody's asking if you prime and seal the roadblock torso before you paint it. Somebody's making a Sergeant Slaughter like a mine. And with the problem with the primering that torso, you lose. It's got that texture, that cloth texture. If you go too thick with the paint, you're going to lose that texture. I'll reply back to him after stream. But no, accept the message. But the I like these little custom. I think it's going to be cool to do these customizing streams.
Yeah, not too many people are doing this, right? So
Yeah, I think it's just good for everybody to just hang out and asking questions. Like, man, like when we started working on customs back in the day, people just
okay.
did not share of how to do this stuff.
No.
I was like, well, if I share, I can't do commission. Why should I? But I guess they were afraid they were going to affect their commissions or.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I've always had like good, cool fellow customizers, and even like when it comes to trades and helping
Yeah,
out, like I mean, like the guys that I deal with, like Jeremy there, we got a little, we got a Facebook group, the Canadian Toy Syndicate,
yes,
and we have our own little, like a few of us are on like our own like Facebook Messenger chat, so it's like we're always like, oh, I'm going hunting. Anybody looking for anything, or I'm gonna go hit winners because whatever was seen there. Anybody want, right? Like I mean, everybody just goes out and keep
yeah,
an eye out for each other, and That's like, I mean, it's cool, and even when it comes to customizing, like we're all helping each other out, right? Like, I mean, how how many messages have me and you sent back and forth to each other?
Yep.
Like, oh, what should I
Picking,
do for this or what should I do for that, right? Like, I
picking
mean,
each other's brain. Yeah. That, that's one thing. I think the customized community should all be like that. It's
of
just
course.
it's like one of the things like teach a man to fish, he eats for a lifetime.
Yeah, like so, yes, you're right though. Like back in the day, it's like you ask a question, it was almost like, like, how dare you?
Yeah, I'm not going to share how I do this. You go have to learn it the hard way. The hard way is expensive, but
Yeah,
that's the way we had to learn though. Like anybody's getting into customizing, and don't just get discouraged if you're not getting that right off. It took years of trial and error to get to where I'm at,
yeah.
and I've ruined quite a few figures in that time period too. That's just learning my way through. That's why I like to
If
try to share what I can to help people avoid the mistakes, the stuff I did.
another good thing about people who are starting out now is like we all got tons of figures. Well, we've got doubles of figures and even older figures that we probably
Mhm.
don't want to put in our display. You can practice on those. You know what I mean? Like
Exactly.
that's a good thing about it. Like, I mean, there's a lot of places you can get cheaper figures for anybody who wants to start customizing, like practicing washes or doing dry brushing. Use your old figures.
Yep. Yep. You got some. Uh, check your discount stores too. Like I know like figures are getting very expensive to be buying just for fodder nowadays. That's
That's
why
right.
when I hear stuff hitting, people talking about hitting stuff in Ross's and other places, Ollie's. Like, heck, when I'm out, I'll go check them out, see if I can get some fodder.
Yeah, Winners and Marshalls. I don't know if you guys got Winners and Marshalls. I think you have Marshalls there, don't you?
We do have Marshalls. Not one locally here, but I've been to Marshalls. And I found some good stuff at Marshalls too.
Oh yeah, they always have action figures. Like that's like I said. Well, for us, we got. I don't know if Winners. We have Winners there.
I don't think we got winners, at least
See,
not to my knowledge. I'm not can't say 100% positive because
yeah. Well, see, Winners was basically
I never
the
heard of
leading
the
edge
city
market.
trends before until recently too, and we got one of those locally.
Yeah. Well, you guys had Marshalls first. Obviously, we had Winners, which is the same company,
Hmm.
and now we have Marshalls and Winners. So it's like you go. Oh, you want to hear the funny thing with that is a lot of times you'll find a Marshalls like a few stores over from a Winners,
Yeah.
and just say they got a case of, for example, the Ursa Major wave. There, you know what was happening is they're splitting up the cases. Half the case would go to Winners, the other half would go to Marshalls. it it kind of worked out because they're close to each other. They're only literally like
Yeah.
a store separating them, so you can go to both. But I mean, it kind of does like mess you up if you only find half the wave, right? Like I mean, if you don't find the other half, then you're kind of there. We're going back 360 to that wasting gas hunting, right? So
Oh, here we go. We got Ninja Mask got a question. What's the best way to seal Marvel Legends? Um, I would assume he's meaning like a top coat sealer. I have depends on the type of finish I want. I have a multi-stage thing I can do. If I'm going to be, I want a hard coat for the figure. I use this only works if you've painted the entire figure. Don't put this on bare plastic. Like on this figure here, if I just hit this with this paint here, it will not dry properly. Now, if I hit it one way around that though, I can hit this with a lacquer, like the top coat lacquer. Then you can use this or enamel on top of it. But I don't use enamels on figures. But there is a way you can actually use enamels, but you got to like use a lacquer sealer first. Lacquers enamels take forever to dry, but I have on the hard plastics though, enamels will work and dry, like the the torso pieces. But going back to the sealers, if I've painted the entire figure, I'll use this as a hard coat, Duplicolor clear coat. Hit it with the Mr. Hobby, Mr. Super Clean, Clear Matte. That gives you like this nice. I don't want to touch anything. Wash all over my hands. Drop a turtle. It gives you a nice finish like this. That, but if you want a factory finish, there's a step farther. Hit it with a sealer, dull coat. Then this is the magic stuff here, which is my last can. I'm trying to find some, or I know it's Tamiya makes a semi-gloss, but this is Mono Master Auto Lacquer Semi-Gloss Clear. This stuff will turn your figure into a factory-looking finish. But really, though, you can get by with just sealing it with your Mr. Hobby matte. That's a nice finish. You can get it in clear or matte, or glossy or matte. And like I said, if you want the satin finish, you hit it with a semi-gloss, like a satin, factory finish. I mean, like this right here, the Age of Apocalypse Jean Grey. I hit it with the dull coat, then I hit it with the semi-gloss, and it looks like the same finish on both these figures. Hopefully that is not. Just ask away, Ninja Master K. We're glad to help out. If you want to come on the stream, you're more than welcome to. Let's see. What? Copy. Paste. Chat. I think I'm done customizing. I'm going to chit chat a little bit. I think I need to hit the
Would you suggest to some people, like I know some people like to seal, like you got the, like what you got there with King Sphinx, you got the all the pieces are they're taken apart. Would you seal a figure before putting it back together?
On this case, yeah, I think I would.
Yeah, like I mean, since you got it, you got it all taken apart, right? Like I mean,
that way you got you're sealing your joint areas.
That's right. That's another way to do it. Like I know, unless if you've already got the figure taken apart, you might as well do it that way. But if not, it doesn't hurt just to go over it like you would like with a can of spray paint, right?
Right. With the after painting though, like what a lot of people do, like, where I took this part with hot water. Once you apply the paint, do not try to put it back together with hot water. You'll wreck your paint job.
Yeah.
I learned that back in the day the hard way. Like a lot of my lessons.
Lucky you got the hair dryer for that.
Yep, and that's why it's good to have a hair dryer.
99% of the time, actually 99.9% of the time, I've gotten by with just a hair dryer. I really haven't needed to use boiling water, but I have. You know what I mean? Like a couple of times. But yeah, usually I got a hair dryer. Just 30 seconds to a minute usually does the job, right?
And sometimes too, the hot water can mess with your joints too, especially like So you can mess with diaphragm joints and neck disc hinges, make them like really loose and floppy. I was about to say I'm done with King Spinks. I forgot to do his head, head and staff and the loincloth piece.
Such a cool looking figure though, eh? Like, I mean, I saw it when they were first released it, or just the images, and it's like I I don't remember seeing him on the show, but
Yeah,
I didn't watch the show religiously, but
yeah. That's me.
back in
I
the
caught it on, after school, like on rerun, on like a
yeah,
not reruns, but when they were playing, just for something to watch after I got off school.
yeah, it was. Then I remember seeing somebody brought up that the episode where he was in, but yeah, when I saw the figure, I was like, "Wow, that's a cool looking figure!" Like, and I didn't get it right away because it was considered a deluxe, right?
Yeah, he was expensive when he came out.
Yeah. So my buddy starts saying, "Oh, they're at Winners for $20." Him and the pumpkin head there that you got, and he was gonna grab me both. I was like, "Nah, just grab me the Sphinx."
Oh, we got Ninja Man. Sorry, buddy.
How you doing, man?
The stream.
How you doing? How you doing?
Doing good. You?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. Nice to meet you, gentlemen.
Well, welcome aboard. All aboard the Collector Express.
Oh, yeah, man. I've been doing customs for a while now.
Yeah.
I've got a couple of. I'm actually working on a couple of things right now.
Mhm.
I'm working on another Superior Spider-Man. I've done a few.
Oh,
I've got some canes. I've done. Actually, hold on. Let me see if I can dig up my bag real quick, and I'll show
yeah.
you.
Great. Sorry to keep you waiting in the waiting room. I was sitting there doing my crab brush. He's like, "Oh, he said doing what?"
I appreciate it. I appreciate you even talk with me. It's been kind of hard to find other collectors. So here's an Assassin of Spider-Man I did. I don't know how well you can see him.
Let me see if I can blow you up.
Oh, nice.
So yeah,
That's nice.
just trying to figure out how to seal these things is what's killing me. I had to sculpt the eyes and everything. I got the belt off an old Captain America figure I had.
Mm-hmm.
I got a couple of Spider-Man figures and I wanted to do the meme point, so I got some WrestleMania figures and got the fingers for them. Seals pointing fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just.
Oh. I was getting ready to show this right here. This stuff right here I'm start using.
Yeah.
Hobby sealer. It does magic. It is just a beautiful finish. Like a cane. I had a strip of chest on it because it had like big paint blotches on it.
Mm-hmm.
I hit it with that Mr. Hobby.
Yeah.
Looks like a factory finish.
Okay.
It,
Okay. Yeah. Another problem. So durability wise, man, I know the Model Masters paint is the stuff.
oh yeah.
I don't have access to that stuff. You can't find anywhere out here.
Well, Rust-Oleum killed it.
Okay.
What's out there in the factory on the warehouses and stuff? That's all left.
Can you?
I stumble across it. I usually end up buying it in bulk.
Yeah.
Because it's going away. You use it straight out of the bottle, and you're good to go.
Okay. Okay.
And it's heartbreaking when the customizing scene is like losing Model Masters.
Yeah, man, I heard such good things about it when I started, and like I can't find it. I found some cans and some stuff at the Dollar Tree, of all places.
That's one thing I love about the testers
Mm-hmm.
straight out of the bottle. But when I use like the Tamiya,
Yes, sir.
I use they make a thinner. You don't use the thinner; it wants to go on like really thick. I've noticed. so I use a little bit of thinner when I use it.
Okay.
They make me a thinner, but also I've used the Windsor Newton thinner too, the brush cleaner.
Yeah. Thank you, sweetie.
Yeah.
The wife gave us some light. Here's the next 23 custom I did.
Oh,
you see her.
So where
my camera is.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I did a statue of it and I like the color scheme, so I went ahead and did this.
Yeah. That's a really cool color scheme.
And then here's another one I'm working on. I'm sorry if I'm throwing so much at you, man. Like I said, it's just good.
No, dude, this is awesome.
Okay. I've got this Daredevil I'm working on. I'm sculpting the armbands. This was a who was this? This was a Black Bolt. I in my fodder band I had.
Yeah, the Black Panther Wave Black Bolt.
Mm-hmm. And then I took this is a spare head. I took the other head and I'm using it to create a Cyclops because for whatever reason, Marvel never made a Cyclops with a screaming face.
Yeah, it's weird, and I do sack wrong a lot.
Yeah. So my wife's been like bugging me about starting a YouTube and all this other stuff. I'm trying to find one more, man. I got one more I want to show you now.
Oh, yeah. I'm planning on start making this like a regular thing. You're more than welcome. Come on anytime to do some customizing.
The Bizarro. So I don't know if you've seen the comics where Bizarro has like the beard.
Oh yeah.
I've only seen like one or two of them things. It should be in a Walmart bag, sweetie.
That's when he's with the Red Hood and Outlaws, isn't he?
Yeah. That's one where he I think it's like Bizarro number 2. Or did I put it down here? I don't know if it's over there or over here. Yes, Bizarro number 2. Because for a while he was smart.
Yeah.
And I saw the issue where he killed Trigon and was like, "Oh man, that escalated quick," and I about fell out laughing. So, I gotta have one. That was like one of the funniest issues of a comic I've seen in my life.
And that's one of the few figures that McFarlane makes too who can fit in with Marvel Legends because he's a bigger character.
Yeah,
the scale actually works really well with Legends.
I cannot find that thing.
Yeah, your review was good on that one.
I really like that one. I actually bought an extra one so I can do like Red Hood and Outlaws. I was going to make one, and it's like, so I put one with my Legion of Doom, and I bought another one to do a Red Hoods and Outlaws shelf.
Oh, okay, yeah. What now? The question is, who are you going to use for Red Hood?
I made one a while back, and that's actually one of the things that got me and Hulk Smash Coast to be buddies. Like I made him way back in the day.
Okay. Where do you get your heads and stuff from, man? That's something that's a big problem I'm having. I can find bodies all day. I've got like 2 or 3 store owners around me. These dudes have bodies at the yin yang, but nobody has heads.
Casting Cave is a good source for heads.
Casting Cave? Okay.
Yeah. Corey over at Casting Cave, he makes some really nice castings.
Where are you from, man?
I live in Virginia.
You're not that far. I'm in North Carolina, man. You ain't too far from me. I come out there all the time. Which part?
Southwest Virginia area.
Okay. Yeah, we go up to what's that con?
Big Lick.
We go to NickelCon.
Okay. The Big Lick's a big con that comes. They do it twice a year around here in Roanoke.
Okay. Yeah, I don't see this week. And now, hey, have you started doing anything like hold on, like stuff like this, cans and stuff?
I haven't done many props.
Okay. Now, also, so I'm trying to create a viable business out here in my area. What do you suggest, man? What do you do, or do you just do customs for yourself?
Yeah, I just make my own customs. But you got the stream going too? Are you watching YouTube as well?
Yeah, I am.
We're getting out of that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you? I've got it muted. Oh, hold on. So can I pause the YouTube stream and chat still?
Yeah.
Okay, let me. Is it still echoing?
It's good now.
Okay.
You could. Okay, now we're getting feedback echo again.
How about now?
Testing. 1, 2, 3. That's good now.
It's weird.
Huh.
Okay.
It's StreamYard. It can be weird.
Well, it's because I had it on my TV and I'm on my phone, but my
Oh,
my TV's muted, so I don't understand how it was kicking it out. Still, it must have been my sound. It might have been my surround sound.
Cool.
Oh, here's my sexy cap. But okay, yeah. Like I said, I'm trying to turn this to a viable business, man. The biggest thing I'm having a problem with is people want to trade me for my customs, but nobody wants to buy them.
Yeah, it could definitely can get frustrating sometimes with like when.
It's okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
people don't realize how much work goes involved in customs.
Yeah.
That's why I like sharing all this stuff with everybody. This stuff's not just you can't just throw flat panels and other and you just call it good.
Right. I mean, I've been watching you since you started, man. I was like, I saw this. I've never seen you live, so I was like, oh shit, might as well try it.
Oh, this is the very first customizing live stream. So.
Oh well, there you go then. I just so happened to catch you at the right time then.
I thought it'd be kind of cool that I've seen people do customizing live streams, but they don't really show the workstation. They're like on their cells and while they're working on stuff. It's like
I'm assuming my wife handed me this Luke Cage because she wanted me to show it. I'm done after this one, as far as showing off junk. But so this was a Warpath body.
Oh, let me get you a full screen. So yeah. Oh, dude, that looks good.
And the head is actually Colossus.
Uh-huh.
And I had to resculpt him. I got the boots from an old Bishop figure. And like I said, it's a Warpath body.
I'm in thinking about making a saber tooth on that body.
Yeah, it's a good body, man. The Warpath body's really good.
Yeah. I stocked up on them. They hit Ollie's for like $10.
Oh, for real? Wow.
I will buy that one and that one and that one.
Now, how often do y'all do the whole Ollies? Like, what like is it maybe once a month or?
I don't hit them up real often because it's the next town over.
Okay.
So anytime I make a trip out there, I try to make time to stop. Okay. I heard they're getting the Walmart exclusive Grey Widow Ollies recently.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll be blowing my Ollies up now.
You know where's a good source too is a lot of times people will start posting on Facebook. Like if you're in the different groups,
yeah,
somebody will just happen to like there are people out there that go hunting every day, right? So if they happen to go to an Ollie's or to like a Marshalls or to what is the other one you guys got, Ross?
Yep.
Like I mean, like they'll just go in there and see that they got a sale going on, and then all of a sudden they posted in one of the groups on Facebook, and then everybody goes crazy.
Okay.
So it's a good source there.
Just sucks. Don't pay attention on April Fools because everybody makes fake posts.
Gotcha. So what got you guys into doing this, man?
Really looking at other people's customs and man.
Yeah, me too.
I remember one of the first things I made was a He-Man based on a DC Universe Classics figure.
Sweet.
So I kept seeing them. I was like, man, I want one of those.
Hey, man, I ain't gonna lie.
The 2006 series, great designs for He-Man figures, but the articulation was terrible.
Yeah, definitely. I got one I want you to tackle if you ever decide to, man. The He-Man Shazam.
He-Man Shazam.
He actually, in one of the comic issues, it was one of the injustices. He loses the sword of power, and the Wizard Shazam gives Adam the power. Just look it up, man. When you see this thing, it is amazing.
Oh, I want to see it now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shazam powered He-Man. Damn, how that even work? That's like OP.
He beats the crap out of freaking. He beats the crap out of Superman. He beats the dog crap out of that fool.
Well, he's powered by 2 types of magic.
Yeah.
Oh, so great. That'd be like Superman's biggest weakness ever.
Yeah. So he's got like the white version of Shazam outfit, and he's got the He-Man symbol on his chest. Like I said, you'll see it, man. It looks freaking beast mode, and he's got the hoodie on.
And it's gonna look.
But
It's gonna
oh,
turn
sweet. Who you making?
out. I just taken the Sphinx figure and just adding a wash, bring out the detail.
Okay, yeah, it looks good, man.
Like I did the pumpkin wrapper.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember the episode.
It was so plain. It's just solid orange, and then
Yeah. Now, do you use a water wash, or have you tried to do an alcohol wash?
what I use is these. I got the Testers makes pre-made washes,
Oh, okay.
and the local Walgreens, not Walgreens, Michaels, had these on clearance for $2 a piece.
Oh, sweet. Stocked up.
I bought them out.
Good man. Good man.
They're normally like about $7 a bottle.
Okay. I don't know. Have you ever tried Streaking Grime from AV?
I have not.
It's a lacquer. So you got to use mineral spirits to wipe it off. But man, Streaking Grime gives you so much detail. Just look at some videos on it, dude. Streaking Grime is amazing.
What's cool about these Testers washes, you can give them a few different colors. It's a green wash, a orange, a reddish pink, and a yellow.
Dang.
I wish they had a blue. If they had a blue, you would have every color you need.
Right. That's awesome.
They work great. It's like I did the wash on these. This is the Super Scroll Wave thing hands.
Mm-hmm.
And just by putting that one wash on, now it matches perfect with the Walgreens thing.
Oh yeah, it does. It does.
I left the highlights on. I've seen a lot of people that will end up stripping off the highlights on, but I'm not making a Walgreens thing. That's just night and day with that wash.
Yeah, it looks good, man.
I'll end up I'm going to heat and pop this entire thing apart and do like Sphinx and.
Oh, I got a composite Hulk. I'm gonna strip down and repaint. Can you just heat and pop him? Because I know you've done a lot of Hulks.
Yes, you can heat and pop to take his. He's got armed. Well,
What I know, I think
the big part was the chest. Like the upper torso will come off. You can't take the butterfly joints out, but everything else you can take apart.
Okay.
The KO is really easy to take apart.
Does he require a lot of sanding to not get rubbed or?
Depends on how extreme you go with the paint.
Well, my daughter wants me to make she wants me to make him solid red. She's like, she doesn't like the way he looks as Compound Hulk.
I actually did a custom Compound Hulk. I got it on the channel.
I was just watching that one before I actually joined the channel.
And that one turned out great. He's got enough clearance. Once I painted them, I let big things too is like just let it cure for a few days. Even though it's dry to touch and within a few minutes, this stuff is.
Yeah.
I always let it cure for a day or two, especially something that's like a diaphragm joint.
Okay.
He's been fine. The official one has better clearance tolerance.
Mm-hmm.
KO, you got to work to make sure. I actually did a modification to the joint. You can take the KO apart a lot farther, and I modified the ball socket that the upper torso plugs into, to lengthen it to give more clearance.
Is that where you use like the O-rings and all that stuff? Yeah.
I cannot emphasize how great O-rings are for customizing.
Okay.
This Jean Grey, the hips got O-rings to make them fit, to make the legs fit better. I drilled out the hip sockets farther, and where this horrible torso used, it comes down real low. They were sticking out way too far, and I glued the same O-rings I used for the heads around the hip sockets.
Oh, okay.
Closed up that gap. Same way with the shoulders. I stacked up a couple small O-rings because these shoulders are meant to stick out farther. This is the original torso.
Okay.
That weird torso they made, and the shoulders stick out too far. If you don't do that, her arms are stuck in too far, and that's as far as they can go out to the body like that.
Oh yeah, come on, man, Hasbro. What y'all want for these things?
I don't know why they didn't use this body to begin with for Jean Grey instead of tooling this horrible body that's can only be used for this one character. You already had this torso.
Right.
Why not just use this torso?
Look, man, the gods of
Gave
Hasbro
her
do
a
what they
body
wanna
of a 12-year-old girl.
Yeah.
I was watching a review back before I started my channel.
do.
Lady does reviews. She's real good, and she ranted about how terrible this body is. It's like Jean Grey is voluptuous. They gave her a 12-year-old girl's body, and having a sexy outfit on it. It's like they're weird. It's like I can't really argue with it.
Gene. Oh man.
I got all the Spinks, all his parts washed, and I'll let that sit overnight, and I'll just hit it with this sealer here.
Who's that? That's that Mr. Color or whatever, right?
The Mr. Hobby.
Mr. Hobby, yeah.
Yeah. If you have a Hobby Lobby, they carry this.
Okay.
It is far superior than Testers.
Okay, so I have an airbrush kit too, man, but sometimes it puts them varnishes. Sometimes they work, and sometimes they don't.
I got an airbrush too, but it's to me sometimes like I weigh in like, do I want to fire this up then have to clean it?
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
because I've been using the Vallejo varnishes, and I don't think they're not as tough, man. Like,
yeah,
great for model kits, terrible for custom figures. Unless I'm doing something wrong.
I think you're right. They're just not as durable. I've tried out the Vallejo skin tones.
Mm-hmm.
Or lost. I always used to custom mix my skin tones with Testers. Testers, you had like some base skin tones. They had like a light flesh and a highlight flesh. I mixed some yellow and a little bit of brown. Get the tone I want for it. Let's see. Get the nice flesh tones. I use the two colors of flesh tone. The yellow, a little bit of white, and a dash of brown. And it comes up with like a really nice flesh tone for like it matches like this. I gotta mix them up to fix my. I have a Miss Marvel.
Oh wow, that's what I ain't seen forever.
I gotta fix the paint. The paint was real bad on the legs.
Mm-hmm.
That color combination there comes up to a pretty close match to this.
Okay.
I painted this is a Supergirl from DC Direct's head. So I put on here.
Yeah, the armored one, right?
Yeah.
Looks good, man. Yeah, I've been using Citadel as far as my skin tones go. I'll do like a Bugman's glow and I'll start highlighting from there.
Yeah. The Citadels are nice too.
They're just expensive.
They're very expensive. Especially if you buy from a hobby shop.
Yeah. Well, I got a buddy on the
store. There's if you can find them sometimes online, you can buy the jumbo bottles too.
Mm-hmm.
I got a bottle of red. It's about as tall as these.
Oh, okay.
I find they coat better though. The Citadels do.
Yeah, they do.
With painting red, with Testers, I'd always do like a base in white first,
mm-hmm.
then go with the red. Because if you try to paint red over top of dark colors, you're not doing it. It's not going to work.
Gotcha.
But with the Citadel stuff, I can just paint right on top.
Yeah. Citadel, like I said, man, Citadel's so expensive.
Yeah.
It hurts my wallet.
Colors though.
Hmm?
They got a lot of good colors though.
Yeah, they do.
My big problem too though is starting back on square one, getting new paints. Since Model Masters is no more.
Yeah.
I used to be able to look at stuff and say, well, I know exactly which colors of Testers I need to mix to get that color.
Right. Yeah.
Now I'm like, I don't, crap. What do I need to mix now?
Now, have you seen the AV? Any of the AV products?
I don't think so.
Check out AV, man. They do a lot of stuff for like dioramas, and they do like military style paints and stuff like that.
Okay.
Like I said, AV seems pretty doable from what I've seen, man. Like I said, that's where I get the streaking ground from. And then my wife got me some textures because I do dioramas as well.
Mm-hmm.
So like they actually have a concrete, they have an asphalt texture, and it's acrylic textures, man. So like you put this stuff on foam, and when you're done and it dries, it looks like real concrete. It looks like real freaking asphalt.
That's cool.
So I mean, they're about their business.
Mm-hmm.
So it's AV, man, or AK. My bad, it's AK.
Okay.
Yeah, it's AK. Yeah, AK parts, man. Their paints are good. They're like I said, if you ever want their the acrylic texturing.
Yeah, I'll definitely check it out.
Oh, nice shelf, man.
What wraps around?
Oh, that's sweet, dude.
Heck
Now
yeah.
that is a man cave.
He hasn't seen the collection, eh?
Let's see. Goes on around.
Good God. Yeah, see,
Anyway.
my wife would shoot me.
I got some Carter figures, of course, behind me.
Okay. Yeah, my cousin's a big collector too, man. I don't know if you've ever seen he started numbers for 84. He does.
No.
He has a YouTube. He does like he does a lot of he does a lot of Transformer reviews, but now he's been doing stuff. So
I love Transformers, but when I review toys, it's like I am a big Transformers fan, but I hate reviewing Transformers because it's basically 3 reviews in one. You're at your vehicle mode or alt mode, your transformation, and your robot mode.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of work.
Yeah, it is.
And I don't get a lot of traction on the Transformer stuff too.
It's just a fickle community, man. Like I'm pretty open minded to everything because I just love toys in general. But I roll with the Transformer community sometimes. I'll go with the Marvel guy. The Transformer community, because you got your third party, you got your first party. Them dudes will go in on you.
Yeah, there's a lot out there.
Mm-hmm.
The main lines on Transformers have gotten so good right now.
Yeah.
If they were this good when I started collecting a few years, I've been collecting since a long time, but I would never got into Masterpiece if the main lines were as good as they are now.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's probably why Hasbro did that, right? They slick. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Like bait you in a little bit, and then drop the sinker on you. Now, who's the other gentleman? I'm sorry.
Holtzman Customs. He's a friend of mine. I've been friends with for about 15 years now.
Oh yeah, at least.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we met on Foosh.
Yep.
Oh, y'all met on Foosh?
Yep.
Okay. Foosh does customs as well, doesn't he?
He does. They don't promote custom stuff like they used to.
Okay, yeah, I see a lot of the Foosh reviews is what I see.
Yeah, he does more. He does some like play days.
Mm-hmm.
He does a little bit of custom work too. There's another channel he does a little bit of custom work there. He don't customize as much as he used to. I don't think.
Okay, now did he make that that army builder line? Is that actually his?
The articulate icons.
Yeah.
Now the Foosh is a team of guys. Yeah.
Oh, the Foosh is a team. Okay.
Yeah, he's the one on YouTube. And they got another guy that does like the, I guess like almost like kind of like a CEO type They're like a full-on company, or they got the the Foosh toys.
Oh wow, me and my wife thought it was that one guy.
Oh, Robo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Robo is basically the face of the.
Okay. Yeah, because I was thinking about getting some of those articulated icons. Man, those things are good.
They've had them on clearance here recently, like for $8.99.
No,
So
what?
yeah.
The ninjas, yeah, the brown ninja.
Okay.
Let's see. Find a screen I can read without my glasses. Let's put them on.
They're not making those anymore, eh?
I think they're going to switch to the skeleton warriors.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're gonna go to a different kind of warrior now.
Oh, cool. Good stuff.
But if you get on there, you can get even if you're to get like if you can get yourself a few of the brown ninjas, you can always just paint over them if you want a different color, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, $8.99 for a ninja.
I mean, I'd be happy to have them with my snake eyes.
You know, you can get a few. To flank Storm Shadow when he comes out.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Have you seen that model kit for Storm Shadow they're making?
You know what it is? Those things are just a little over 5 inches tall.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I wanted to get Storm Shadow, and then I looked into the size. It's like 5.2 inches.
And how much are they wanting for that?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I checked it on Big Bad Toy Store. They're like, I don't know, $40 or something like that.
No, that's too much.
Yeah, and like I said, it's not going to scale with anything, right?
No, not at all. Okay, never mind. Forget that. Throw it out the window.
But you know what, though? That thing does look
I
sweet.
accidentally kicked myself out of the stream. My fat finger hit the back button on my mouse. I was trying to switch tabs to share. Let's see, share screen. Yeah, share screen.
So what's the main things you guys collect? Marvel Legends and stuff?
I'm a big mix of stuff.
Okay.
I like Legends. I like Transformers. I like He-Man. I like just about
Yeah, my kids are back.
a lot of DC Universe classics and
Okay.
yeah, they
Yeah,
got Brown Ninjas for $8.99.
Holy crap!
That's all that's left, eh? And that other guy.
And this guy.
But now that's the one I want. All right.
Get it while
And they got the arm packs for $5.99.
Okay. I'm gonna be hitting them up tomorrow.
That's good. Dang good deal. You can see the regular price is $20 for the arm packs and $40 for each of the figures, and they got them for $8.99.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
You just grabbed me a few of those ninjas, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Definitely gotta wait. I gotta wait for the money to hit the bank. And I'm gone.
Let's see. Stop screen.
That is sweet. Yeah, I figured those things were gonna be expensive, man. I didn't know they were gonna be like that.
Well, they were super expensive for a long time. I thought when they first come out, they were $40, and that's when Legends were less than 20. I think when they first come out.
And they scale with Marvel Legends, right?
Pretty well. If you take their true 1/12 scale, so they're a little short.
Mm-hmm.
Figure since they're ninjas, that kind of works in their favor.
Right.
Yeah. Plus, you have them in all kinds of different poses, right? So
Yeah. They're not a figure you keep in a vanilla pose.
Right. I think they would do with the movie Shang. I got the movie Shang-Chi. They'll probably fit in real good with him too.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that'd be a good display.
So, but have you done dioramas? Have you thought about doing dioramas? You said, I think I asked you that. You said no, not really.
I've done some pictures with some effects pieces, but haven't done too many diorama stuff.
Shoot, man, let me know. I'll send you some.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
I do like the large ones, and I do like single. I wish I could show you pictures. All my dioramas are actually out right now. I've got a couple of buddies that run stores. I got one buddy who runs a store called Kitty in the Box, and so I gave him my dioramas because he goes to comic book conventions. Because I'm trying to get a feel of the market and see what people are liking. Because I just started trying doing like single figure dioramas,
So, I know some people make the stuff fit to detox.
Yeah.
You basically feed them exactly to the detox shelf.
hmm Yeah, I did a sell arena for a detox.
Cool.
Um.
Oh,
So
how's the mic sound from this end?
you sound
It's
good, man.
yeah.
Good, good. I got a little cheap mic from Amazon. It's got like a noise filter on it.
So you trying to get into like the market for selling like for doing commissions for customs and dioramas or
Yeah, man. So I'm trying currently. I don't want because I guess because people can see me. I don't want to just throw my business out there. I've gone through a situation where currently kind of down. I have I need to up my source of income,
yeah.
and I mean this is something I enjoy doing. I've got a little bit of free time. Uh, I keep like I said, man. I've got people that want my stuff, but everybody wants to trade for it, and I'm
Yeah.
trying to figure out how. I've sold on Etsy. I did like a dojo,
hmm
and I did a custom quick kick, and that sold on Etsy. And then I know another buddy of mine told me about Macari is pretty decent. Um,
Yeah,
and I sell these customizers. So
I feel I feel bad. A lot of people ask me like if I can make them stuff. It's like, no, this is not really something I do for as a business. This is a hobby for like stress relief and
yeah,
for fun. It's like my YouTube and I know I don't put out as much content as a lot of other guys, but my stuff is I do it when in my free time, which is slim and
Are you
understood.
are you active in any of the Facebook groups?
Not really, man. No, like I said, so I really started, I ain't gonna lie, like maybe a month or two ago, really going hard into doing customs. Other than that, like my man here was saying, my customs were for me, my kids, my wife.
yeah.
Yeah.
But like I said, I had buddies and stuff that was like, man, you should, sell these. You should do them. You need extra money right now. Go for it. My wife is telling me, yeah, baby, you got free time. Go ahead. She bought me a whole goddamn setup. Like, man, she bought me the daggone foam cutter. She bought me a new paint booth. Bought me a new airbrush. So I got to do something with it now.
Yeah. I don't know about like I know one of the biggest Facebook groups is the Marvel Legends the community, I guess. But
hmm
they have like depending on what you're doing, like I mean if you're doing Legends, that's obviously a good one. I'm sure they got Transformer groups, but I don't know if you customize those.
I
But
do. Like that's what I said, man. I wish I could send you pictures. I got so much stuff. Like, I'll show you some of my customs. I get great feedback on them.
yeah, so
Um,
best thing to do is probably join different groups on Facebook and post your
Yeah.
work and
okay.
just put down that you accept commissions.
Okay.
Oh,
Get don't do what I did. Brand your stuff all the same.
Okay.
Like I had my Instagram before I started YouTube, and
hmm
I've gone by the customizing handle like 1987 old 442 for since I've known Hulk Smash Customs.
hmm
So that's why I keep both on there. Because well, I stopped customizing for a long time when my father got sick and passed away. And
hmm Sorry to hear that, sir.
yeah, I appreciate it. And
yeah, then we
I got out of the mood to customize, so I quit doing it for a long time. And
we kind of reconnected, and I kind of pushed you into it again.
yep,
I'm glad you did. Thank you.
Well, you know what? Like, that's the thing though. Like we used to just send each other private messages on Foosh, right? Like I mean, so because
yep,
we were in the forum, and then until Facebook came along, it was almost like, you know what? Finally, I decided, okay, I'm just gonna get on Facebook and see what's going on, and that's sort of like where we reconnected, like the one time, and because I don't know, I wasn't really going to Foosh too much because like I'm not gonna talk bad about the forum there, but I mean, it it could be difficult, like for a
And the
customizer.
customizing scene kind of dried up on the Foosh too.
Yeah,
There's no people are still posting customs there, but there's no participation. Nobody.
that's right.
There's no feedback.
Yeah, and then feedback's necessary in this line. You know, when you're doing customization, you need somebody to tell you something.
That's right.
It's good. I miss too. Like they used to help promote customizers too. They would do a custom of the week or stuff, and they don't do that no more. They haven't done that for years. With Toy News International and Marvelous News, they still do custom of the week and stuff like that. Promote customizers and their work.
Okay.
Like those are two forums. They're run by the same people. The Toy News International and Marvelous News.
Mm-hmm.
I think JC is their top guy.
Okay.
And they're great about helping promote your stuff.
Okay. I know you guys are old school because y'all talking about forums. You know, everybody's on Discord now.
Yeah.
Yeah, forums are not that
They're
popular.
not what they used to be. The forums.
It's okay, man. I'm an old dog too. I'm with you.
Yeah,
Well, what's nice about Marvelous News though, they're like on the standard website. It's not if you post stuff on their website and on their forum. When you get custom of the week, you get on their homepage of marvelousnews.com.
Okay. Another question for you.
International.
Oh, sorry about that. I mean,
You're all right.
So I'm still
Streaming, you get delays, so it's interrupting half of it.
pricing. You got any ideas on that, man? Because I'm having a problem with pricing. I don't even know where to start.
Where I don't normally sell stuff, I don't know. That's
Okay.
one of the puzzling things for me is like what should I charge for this? Because I could have something I've spent a few like pumpkin wrapper. I've spent maybe a day or two on it.
Mm-hmm.
Do the initial take apart, do the initial wash, then seal it, put it back together, then add a little extra gold highlights for the eye. Or something like the Prime, I spent weeks on.
Yeah. Well, I know I asked another guy, man, and the way his theory on it was this. He asked me. He said, "You've seen somebody spend $10,000 on a dot on a piece of paper and call it a painting?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Well, what makes you think your artwork is indifferent?"
Yeah. It's like my sludge.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea what I would if I was going to sell that thing. I had no idea what I would sell it for.
Right.
That thing's turned out great, and it's a ton of work. I definitely don't want to make another one because he's a ton of work. He's one less likely to sell than Prime. I've gotten pretty good. I can make. I made some molds where I can reproduce some of the parts of Prime.
Mm-hmm.
But Sludge, where it's organic shapes and sculpting,
that's a one shot.
yeah, there's no
Man,
way.
Your primes are freaking awesome, dude. I saw that and I was like pure nostalgia. I showed my kids Ultra Force the second I saw that.
It's on Tubi.
Oh yeah, I went to YouTube. I was like, look, guys, I got to see this. Like it's prime time.
The Tubi app, like free streaming app.
Yeah.
The cartoon series is on it.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we still use figurerealm. I post stuff on figurerealm every now and then, but it's another one of those things where lack of participation, no feedback.
I think Facebook killed everything.
Yeah. I posted my sludge on figurerealm. Not a single comment.
Wow.
They haven't really updated their stuff lately either, had they?
No.
Because I remember I used to go there because.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, Jen. Was it Jen Satoma? He used to be on there posting all the time.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any.
He's one of the pioneers, like professional customizer.
Yeah. I used to follow him religiously.
Mm-hmm. He made some really good stuff.
He's disappeared lately though. I haven't seen any of his new stuff.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything from him in a long time.
You know what? There's a few of the few of the OG guys that are such that like their work is always every time they would post something, it was almost like a treat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I know loose collectors and stuff is really good.
Yeah.
I for the longest time I thought that was one guy. They're a team of guys.
Yeah.
Oh, it is? Okay, yeah. Well, the more you know.
They're a team, and then they start their own toy line.
Okay.
The Lady Death figure I reviewed on the channel, that was one of their first big figures.
Oh wow, my cousin got that thing, man. That thing's it's a good figure. So that's loose. So that actually is loose collectors. Oh,
They
Yeah.
teamed up with Executive Replicas.
okay.
I backed their Kickstarter for they did a Monster Hide, and it is
Yeah.
yeah,
That's massive.
it's an epic figure.
That's wild. Okay.
Have you seen it though? The Monster High figure?
Mm-mm.
No. Oh, jeez. It's
I'm
on
trying to
Big
pull
Bad
it up
Toy
here.
Store now.
Yeah, Big Bad Toy. The Kickstarter's over, but once it launched, they actually put it on Big Bad Toy Store for a little extra.
Okay.
And let's see, share screen.
It's a big. It makes the Hulk figure look small.
Oh my God, dude, that thing looks amazing.
Do that side by side with the Hulk and the. Where is it?
I don't know if they got the Hulk in where this is a. Oh, it is.
Yeah, it is. Look at that.
God dang.
Do the side view. Look at the width of this thing too.
Now, I could totally see them reaching out to Del Keown and use this as a base for Pitt.
Yeah, that would be a great pit. Dang, man. God.
Look at the back on that thing.
Jeez, man. That's massive.
They said they're going to do all like the classic monsters. They said
Mhm.
the next will be a werewolf, the Wolfman.
Yeah,
No.
that's the next project.
Yeah. They'll end up doing like Dracula, the Wolfman, Mummy.
Guess what? On Friday night, I had that thing. I had that thing in my what's it called? I had it in my cart at Big Bad Toy Store.
Yeah.
Because somebody loves pushing action figures on me. I won't mention any names.
That person is a bad influence. But
Yeah.
you can always listen though.
You gotta see what we do to each other, eh? I'll send him a picture. Oh look, this thing's on sale. He's like, he's such a pusher. He orders it. Like, we just go back and forth like that.
That's a good friendship, man. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah. You remember the Lady Death? He kept on sending me updates on the Lady Death. I go, I'm not gonna order that. And he just kept on sending me updates on it, and it's like, nope, I'm not gonna order it.
Loose Collector every now and then they post they're mainly working on their main their figure line is for now. They post more on their own webpage. They got their own website that's like a blog. They post more there anymore than anything, like for their custom stuff. Of course, I think they're more dedicated with their toy line now, though. Let's share screen.
Yeah, I haven't really seen many customs from them.
No, not much anymore.
Uh-uh.
But we hit Loose Collector here. We got the Lady Death. And I got these pre-ordered too.
Oh man, Vampirella and goddamn Purgatory look good.
Yeah.
I like the I don't know if you've seen the other one. Was it Vampy? The manga version of it?
Sounds familiar. I'm not sure if I've seen it though.
Okay.
The Red Sonja looks nice too.
Yeah, it does.
I'm getting more interested in these standalone figures than the Marvel Legends, though. I know these are a little pricey, but they're limited runs, and the details far blows out Marvel Legends.
Yeah, I need a Brigitte Nielsen head though.
Yeah.
And Purgatory. Have all those on pre-order.
Sweet.
I don't, so stop pushing.
And Hell Witch, she's already paid for it. I
Oh,
ordered her.
wow. They haven't done Razor yet, have they?
Which one?
Razor?
Uh-uh.
Okay. I'm shocked she hadn't been popped up yet. Razor was another one that was big back. No, yeah, Antarctic Press. You remember those guys? Not Antarctic. Who was it? It was London Night Comics. You remember those from back in the day?
Sounds familiar. I have to. If I've seen it, I'm sure I'll recognize it.
They did a lot of stuff that crossed over with Lady Death and stuff like that. Like they were actually out of North Carolina.
Oh, cool.
It was funny. I actually went to school with one of the guys that worked for them. That was pretty cool. But London Night Comics, they were gritty as all get out. 90s and early 2000s. Everything was extreme.
Extreme.
Extreme G.I. Joe Extreme.
Oh yeah, I watched. I was getting ready to mention that. It's like I watched one episode of that, and I was like, nope.
Roll call.
Their ace pilot made a car fly. She can fly anything.
Oh man, this show was horrible.
Cars can't fly.
Oh man.
She can make anything things that don't even fly.
We had like Extreme Dinosaurs, which I swear that show was freaking Dino Avengers first, and then they changed the name.
You had to. Tubi's got a lot of the old cartoons. If you ever check it out.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna check them out. Probably have to get off here. I'll hop on before I pass out.
Tubi.
Remember Street Sharks?
Yeah.
I'm shocked nobody's redone those.
Remember Vin Diesel did the original cartoon?
He did. Yeah, the commercial for it. What about Biker Mice from Mars?
Yeah, there's another one.
Yep, Biker Mice from Mars. The Tubi had one I haven't seen in a long time. How about Sky Surfers?
Oh, wow.
Holy Mac.
Man, you remember Dinosaurs?
Yep. I was getting ready to mention them. That Dinosaurs.
Yep. What was it? Tiger Sharks,
Yep.
Silverhawks, Centurions.
I'm surprised though. A lot of these cartoons don't have action figure lines, but you never know. They may be coming up, right?
Yeah, true. I mean, what they did was it Super 7's doing Silverhawks.
Yeah.
Yep.
Too.
The sculpts look nice, but I'm so disappointed in the finish on them.
Oh, really? It's not.
They're not doing metallic finishes. I understand not doing the back chrome. That would rub off and be expensive, but at least give them metallic paint.
Yeah, no kidding.
But the sculpts look so good, it's almost tempting to get one just to see how it's going to be.
Yeah.
Villain looks really good.
Yo, that Monstar, that thing is massive.
You mean Mumra Light?
Yeah.
Moonstar of Limbo.
Monstar of Limbo. It's like, it's just Mumra.
Like all day. Well, did you watch that? Did you watch that new Thundercat show?
No.
You never watched it? Not Thundercats Roar. The what was it? The one
where, the 2011 series.
Yeah, that one episode. Well, that one episode they had Moonstar, they had the Tiger Sharks, all of them up on Mumra's screen.
Yep. It was. I like that show, but it's Cartoon Network.
Yeah, let's cancel.
They don't care.
Yeah, well, I mean,
they like the stupid, goofy animations. They don't want to invest the money on like detailed animation anymore.
Yeah, and they said, I think the big excuse they use is the toys wouldn't sell them. But I'm like, okay, well, the company you had making the toys made crap toys. What do you think's going to happen?
Exactly. The figures were bad. The distribution was bad.
Yeah.
That's before we had the big thing going on now.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like, what do you think was gonna happen, man? Like, come on, y'all gotta use your brains.
It's the same thing like with I think they use the same excuse for the 2000X series He-Man.
Yeah.
Well, the toys sales are bad because the only thing you stock is He-Man Skeletor.
Yeah.
You haven't seen any of the main cast.
Speaking of that, does anybody know if they're gonna be releasing the the King Grayskull anytime soon?
Steam pre-orders went up.
Okay, I thought he was supposed to come out this month.
Well, from the Revelation?
Yeah, actually, I actually want that one, but I want a couple of them.
I was gonna get the
when I see the new King Grayskull, it reminds me so much of Booker T. Because Booker T had like the royal capes and stuff, like the crown it for a while. But Booker T was awesome.
That's funny.
Just waiting for King Grayskull to call somebody a sucker.
I've seen a couple of custom King Grayskulls look pretty good now too. Yeah. Somebody took the Savage He-Man head and used it.
My biggest issue with the Revelations figures, Masterverse figures, the bodies are weird looking.
Yeah,
the proportions are weird. They got peanut heads.
Yeah.
Their chest, their torsos aren't broad enough, so that they don't have like the V shape for somebody who works out.
Yeah. They're kind of like lopsided.
They look lanky, even though they're muscular.
Yeah, I was hoping
the lower legs seem to be too long too.
Mm-hmm. I was real mad at that Savage He-Man though, man. I was hoping to God they made a hulked out looking one.
That makes no sense. Why did they put him on a regular body?
Because like that when like the show wasn't that great. It had its moments. But man, when me and my daughter was watching that part and we saw him go like just massive, we was like, that toy is bought. And then they showed the one that was coming out and she was just like, really?
Yeah.
Why couldn't he be as bulky as they made a straight up bulky figure for Skelegod?
Yeah.
Why couldn't they do that for the Savage He-Man?
Because I
don't know.
Hell, I would have bought that up for fodder. That'd been great for big brutes.
Well, I'm thinking about using the Calabac Build-A-Figure body and just making one for her.
I cannot recommend the Caliban for bulky figures enough. That's why I use it for Prime.
Okay. It's not good?
No, I said I can't recommend it enough.
Oh, you can't? Okay, you can't recommend enough. Okay.
It is a great build for not Hulk size, but big bulky characters like that. But
okay, yeah.
One thing I did to look out for with Caliban though is the shoulder pegs for the bicep. They used a plastic. It's almost like a pearlescent, like white plastic. It can be fragile sometimes. What I end up doing with like all my primes that I've made, I drill a hole through that peg and glue in a styrene rod in the middle of it to reinforce it.
Okay.
Just to be safe.
All right. 10-4 will do.
But that's an easy body to clearance too, like for like paint rub, like clear the biceps and cut out the disc hinge joints, like before you do a color change.
Now, do you okay, that's what I was going to ask you, man. I completely blanked out on that one. What do you do to prep your joints?
I was getting ready to mention, like, I got with be perfect for you when you use Caliban too. I got a video like where prep the joints will fit for my prime. I take my Dremel with a rough, coarse barrel bit, just hog material off those disc hinges.
Okay.
Yeah, check that video. That's a cool video.
Okay. I cut. You gotta cut it on enough surface too to allow when you move, you'll see a gap.
Okay.
Between the hinge and the softer plastic. That way you can articulate your joint and not rub it off.
And that doesn't like mess up the stability of it at all?
Nope.
Okay, cool.
You're actually it ends up you'll build that back up too when you paint it. So
Okay, I got you. Awesome, man. Like I said, you freaking great, dude. I appreciate it. Some people don't even want to share anything with you. I've asked some people questions and they flat out ignore me, or they want money. Like pay me for tips.
Oh, I was watching one guy's stream one time. He said, "Oh, I got tutorials on my Patreon. You gotta go pay me for my tutorials." It's like, just go to my channels. I got a whole list of tutorials.
Yeah. I've started doing Spider-Man figures like out the yin yang because it was that pound. I don't know if y'all seen. Was it pound 98? I think it is, or something like that. Pound 0. He does like a lot of different Spider-Man figures.
Oh yeah. I know who you're talking about now.
I've gone like buck wild on Spider-Man because of him.
I get behind the times with like other people's YouTube stuff because with customizing and doing my YouTube stuff, I kind of like, have you seen those videos? Like, not yet.
Yeah.
I was like working on mine right now.
Good stuff, though. Good stuff.
Well, I hate to wrap it up. I've been online since 9 o'clock. So,
hey, if you is there any way I could like send you my information? Or you could send me yours and we can stay in contact. Because like I said, man, you guys are great.
on the description of the video, I got my LinkTree. I got pages. A link to my Instagram, which that's a direct link to me, and I got the Facebook page. I got Twitter, all those nasty things.
Okay.
all those social media things.
Cool, man. Well, my name is Keon, man. So.
Oh, good to meet you, Keon. I'm Jared.
Nice to meet you too, man. And the other gentleman.
Oh, I'm Dom.
Nice to meet you as well, man. Like I said, I appreciate all you guys, man. You guys are great. But yeah, I'll shoot you a message, man, just so I can stay in contact. 'Cause like I said, you've helped a lot. Just watching your stuff has helped me a lot.
Yeah, just check out for when you get into making your Savage Man.
Yeah.
Just check out the joint preparation, which was perfect for what you're going to be doing. You're going back basically the same color scheme, skin wise.
Yeah.
Yeah, that should help you out a lot there.
Okay.
I use the coarse bit. What do I do? I'll take. Let me blow up the screen too. I'll take one of these really coarse bits.
Okay.
And just hog that material off.
Okay.
Then I'll take a smooth finish like bit and get that roughness off of it.
Mm-hmm.
And it just takes a little time. Same way like when I do like the double joint to like the knees and elbow stuff.
Yeah.
I'll take a black permanent marker and I just color on like what I want to cut off. That way you can have a reference how much you've cut off. You can see where you started and stopped.
Yeah.
I just leave the stops here, like little pegs here for the articulation. Brain not work. The little nubs here for like the ratchets that catches the ratchets. Just leave those on.
Okay.
Yeah, no problem. I always do like with the biceps for like paint rub 2.
Yeah.
I'll take like a rounded bit and just take a little bit of material out of those. That way, I allow enough clearance for the turn on the joint.
Oh.
That should hopefully that'll help you out there.
And kick me out.
Oh, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can. Yeah.
There you are.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, we could hear you the whole time. You just froze up on us. All right, gentlemen. Thank you for stopping by. And
hello.
Hello. I don't think you can hear us. Can you hear us now? Oh, we lost them. Well, think he's on a tablet too.
Yeah, or actually said he was on a cell phone.
Oh. Yep. All right, it was a good amount of work done.
There you go.
I noticed my jean turned out really tall. Where I used that new torso. Yeah, the original legs.
Well, at least you
jean,
don't
yeah,
look like a girl anymore.
Yeah, she don't look like a kid no more. Oh, what do I have here? I need to get into working on this guy eventually.
Yeah.
I've had that head on there for forever. I just never got around painting it.
Yeah. You sent me one, right? No.
A-bomb head.
That's right. I got the A-bomb heads, yeah.
And I fitted it to the bottom too. Oh, he's back.
Sorry about that.
Hey, no worries. This is one thing I want to do too is take the Doctor Strange.
Mm-hmm.
The logo is matches the costume almost too much. I want to do the lighter blue on that little crest on the shirt.
Oh yeah, that'll look good. Yeah.
Make it a little more like classic Strange. Knock stuff over. I think this Tamiya X14 Sky Blue should work perfect for that.
What do you think? Tamiya, what do you thin it with? Water or?
It don't like water. You can, but it clumps a little bit if you use water. So I bought some Tamiya thinner.
Okay.
And I've used the stuff I use to take tempo grass off too. The brush cleaner from Newton, Windsor Newton.
Where do you get that from? Is that one of the things you get from Hobby Lobby or Hobby?
I got this off Amazon.
Okay.
A friend of mine was telling me about that, and I bought the big jumbo bottle. It cost.
Okay.
I do a lot because I've actually used quite a bit out of it since I bought it. Still got plenty left to go, but it is great for like if you want to take tampos off or thin down paint. That's when I did fix my cane. I took some on the Q-tip and just there's like big paint drops on this chest, like 3 of them. And I have not seen him in the store again since I got this one. The Undertakers I've seen quite a few times. The canes are not hitting the stores very much. So I figured just had the paint drops on there, so I just thinned that paint down and got those big gobs of paint off.
Okay, yeah.
I mixed it, and I used a Tamiya Semi-Gloss.
Mm-hmm.
And hit that with thin it down and put it back on there and kept all the texture on there.
Mm-hmm.
The arm was really super glossy too. Some reason they didn't mold this arm in red. They molded the shoulder in red, but not the bicep and the forearm.
Yeah, weird.
And the butterflies molded in flesh tone too.
That's odd.
One thing about these though, are they're easy to work on. They're designed to have the arms pop off.
Oh dang! Wow. Okay, yeah.
I didn't realize that when I reviewed Kane. I was articulating the Undertaker, and his arm just popped right out. It's like, huh. Which works out cool if you want to do like I think I remember a storyline back in the day when the Undertaker impersonated Kane.
Mm-hmm.
So
they actually have a figure of that.
Oh yeah, they did, didn't they?
Yeah, they made a figure.
That's when Kane had the red sleeves on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
Cover up all the tattoos the Taker's got. That's one thing with the Taker figure. They had them giant elbow pads on it.
Yeah.
That's a nice figure.
All the really cool tampos.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm just taking them off.
Yeah, those pads look like when I saw the review yesterday, I was like, what the hell did they go put those big bulky pads on them for?
We got more videos like this, please. Very small niche world for customizers. Yes, it is.
Tell you, man, not all heroes wear capes, and you one of them. God dang it!
Oh, dude, I just like helping when I can. I'm just
man. I'm telling you, man. I was at a crossroads, man, and you pretty much have pushed me in the right direction tonight.
Yep.
Well,
So,
I appreciate you stopping by and hanging out with us.
of course, man.
I think we're gonna try to make this a regular thing, and I'd love to have more customizers come on and just. I had to clean off my. This thing had like years of like customizing stuff and parts and on this table here. It's like I spent like a couple of days just cleaning it out and organizing. I just didn't want to just throw it on a box, so it just took me a while so I can organize everything.
I don't even want to show you my work here. God dang. I got 20 over here.
It's still messy, but I got it clear enough where I can set my laptop up here and do the streaming.
It's controlled chaos, man. Get it right.
Yeah.
I don't think with my laptop here, I'm not going to work on resin heads though. I'll do that somewhere else. Resin heads are messy when you're drilling into, cutting into.
I'm gonna have to talk you into making me a Hulk head, man.
I actually got some cool Hulk heads. I shrunk down the. I got some more good casting up where I shrunk down a pit head.
Oh wow!
Which I want to end up getting one of those KO Gray Hulks, the Outback Hulks.
Where do you get those from?
AliExpress, or how do you pronounce it, Dom? AliExpress, or
yeah.
In the reviews of the KOs, I actually got a link to those. Oh, speaking of,
Now they on what are they on eBay or something, or are they actually got their own website?
they got their own website. It's like a big, it's like almost like a Amazon like type thing where people do their own stores.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Yeah, man, definitely. Because I've been wanting to get a couple of KOs to work on. Because like the KOs, they're pretty good quality, correct?
They are. This thing is phenomenal. This is built on the 80th anniversary Hulk body, and I'm going to do another video on it, but I'll mention in this one here. I was planning on doing this when I hit 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
Okay. But I had a family member stays with me, and she's elderly and handicapped. She broke her hip, and all that stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
And so that got derailed. So I'm going to do this for 2,000 subscribers.
All right.
Do a giveaway on this.
Awesome.
He comes with the unmasked head, 2 fist hands, and 2 open splay grip hands.
Now,
that giveaway is a good idea, eh?
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely have to start grabbing some KOs, man. Like I said, so
Dude,
they don't have that funky smell, do they?
No.
Okay.
These are like just over $20.
Okay.
And they're super affordable.
Okay.
And the quality's good.
Check the video on the site, the review for it, because you put a link to that actual buyer, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Buyer is very quick, whereas some of those AliExpress sellers take a long time to ship from China.
Okay.
This guy here, like, literally came in what, 2-3 weeks?
Oh, depends how much you order. I think if you meet a certain price threshold, he ships faster.
Actually, I only ordered one, and he shipped it quick.
Yeah.
Okay. Like I said,
the first batch I ordered, I think I ordered 3 of those juggernauts.
Okay.
And it was like $67 with shipping and stuff. And I got it in a week, maybe a week and a half.
Dang. Okay. If I can get anything
to a single figure for like $25, like the Gray Hulk was a little more expensive. Only one item in the order. It took a lot longer to get here. It took like 2 to 3 weeks.
That's not too bad, though.
Still not that bad coming from overseas.
Yeah.
But I think there's a price threshold where he'll use a more faster shipping.
Okay. I want to flesh out my kids' collections, man. So if I can get stuff like that, grab a couple for me to customize with, and grab some stuff to build my kids' collection up, that'll be great.
Well, I'll be honest with you, I don't think these are technically KO figures. I honestly think that they were going to use this mold for the 2-pack Juggernaut that came with Colossus.
Mm-hmm.
And instead, what they did was repack They did a couple of mods to the Build-A-Figure, But personally, you know what? I'm kind of liking this one better than the actual Juggernaut figure.
I like his size. He's a little smaller than the Build-A-Figure.
Yeah.
And he's got the reverse butterfly joints like the 80th anniversary where it's using the same body.
That's
Oh,
right.
nice. Okay.
Whereas the Build-A-Figure doesn't.
You can
Okay.
get some really nice dynamic posing with this.
Okay. Well, I know you said you're going to help off, man. I'm about to pass out. So,
Yeah.
once again,
Sometimes it's super slow. I remember he was telling me when he ordered from Allied Express, it took him over a month or better to get this figure. But when like me and Dom, we got them quick.
Yeah. Also, the thing about AliExpress though is you have to shop around because some of the sellers have a high shipping charge. So you'll be paying like $20 for shipping.
Yeah.
Whereas this guy here, I think, well, in Canadian dollars, I think it was only like $6 to ship, and it was probably cheaper for the US dollar. So
I'm going to check out, gentlemen. Y'all have a wonderful night. Thank you for talking with me. I'll
Yeah.
shoot you a message, sir. Hope to speak with y'all again later.
all
Oh, yeah.
right.
We've been on here for almost 4 hours.
Nice meeting you, gentlemen, man.
Have
You
a
have a
good
good
one.
evening.
Take care.
Hey, yeah, I'll take care and stay blessed, man.
You too.
Have a good. God bless. Well, thank you for everyone hanging around tonight. And let's see what we're trying to do here. Remember how to do all this stuff here. Well, how long was it? Yeah, it's almost. That's a good stream.
You're 10 minutes shy of 4 hours.
Well, we'll break that next time.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight.
No worries.
I'm gonna go up and check on the critters, and I'm sure they probably need to go out.
All right.
Have a good one, and hopefully we can start making this a regular thing. Maybe we can get Freddie on here sometime.
Yeah, no kidding. We'll see see if we can get a couple of the guys on here.
Yeah, I would have them all come on. That'd be great. We spend it one days. We get everybody come on one time or alternate weeks.
Yeah.
Love to get the customizing community a little more recognition.
Exactly. All right. Well, we'll talk.
Have a good one, my friend.
You too.
Take care, everyone.
See you guys.